All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, if the mic sounds good, hit that number 1, please. Again, if you can hear me, if the mic sounds all good, hit that number 1. Pam, Kevin, Earl, Truck, Mark, Paul, Kyle, Ask a Guy. Perfect, thank you. All right, well, very quickly, am I off center or am I good to go? I think I'm good to go. Very quickly, though, for those of you that watch this in the archive, first off, thank you very much. But also, if you want to continue to have something to watch in the archive, then you got to help support the stream, as this is totally viewer supported, and the best and most effective way to support the stream is to use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I recommend. I love Take Profit Trader, but I understand everybody's at different parts of their prop firm journey. So either way, these are all the prop firms I have codes with. So whatever their current promotions are, code CLAY, again, all caps, will open up whatever the current promotion actually is. So you can save yourself some money. You can help ensure that something you enjoy continues. So a good win-win for everybody from all angles. So appreciate your consideration, and I do thank you if you have used the code. I really do appreciate it. All right. Let's hop in. Well, officially, everybody, good morning. It is Tuesday, April 21st. The year is 2026, and I am just, I am, gold. Okay, gold. Well, let's hop over here to gold real quick. Okay, maybe something here on gold. But yeah, I have just not, I've struggled. I can't quite get filled. And when I do get filled, the price movement's okay. So I'm not having the greatest of mornings. Of course, it could be worse. Of course, I could have toasted several accounts. So it's not like I've blown up any accounts or anything like that. It's just hasn't been totally quite straightforward. Were there some softer glitches this morning? I can't say I had any glitches. Maybe I was just making trades when there were not any glitches. Wow. Okay, gold. Okay. Okay, oil's, breaking out a little bit, but nothing big. NASDAQ is just consolidating around. So, yeah, this seems kind of isolated here. Gold all by itself. Hey, good morning, Yellow Hammer. Maybe I try to... Thank you, Mark, and congrats. My chart stopped working, turns out. Yeah, my charts, as far as I can tell, were working all morning long. All right, again, watching gold here. Well, now is, okay, got a little bit of movement here on the MNQ. Let's just keep an eye on, okay, oil is actually moving upwards. I'm going to try a long here on gold if it wants to come back up. So if that green line turns blue, I am in long gold. They're working now, but I missed a few trades. Whoa, okay. I'm glad I did not get filled there. Okay. Well, the power of confirmation. Okay. Now markets are... Okay, okay, gold. So what's up with gold right now? Okay, yeah, oil is definitely reacting, but gold is just way more violent than anything else right now. Hey, Krager. Hey, Random Hero. I'm about to just short now at this point. That seems like a total chase, though. Seems like a total chase on the short side, yet... Look at this. Again, yeah, NASDAQ's coming down a little bit. Oil's up, but nothing... Huh. Okay, short, just one, MGC. I did chase a little bit, but that's why I went small. So if it does want to bounce back up, I can add a little bit of size. But just in case the bloodshed continues, I'll at least have one for a little bit of the party. If this V shapes, that will not be pleasant, but all right, there we go. So 34 on that one. Not bad given I had one micro. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have gotten one more than one, but yeah, that's easy to say after I knew that it was a winning trade. Gold 5 on the RSI. Yeah, I can believe that it's very oversold. The thing with that RSI though is the RSI can stay down in oversold territory for a pretty long time. Oil down a little bit. How are all your days going though so far? Green, red, terrible, great, passing account, balloon account, qualified for payout. Like I said, I've been on the total struggle bus. Once again, I'm thinking long because, I mean, this thing has gotten absolutely hammered. Obviously, it can continue to get hammered. But, I mean, just want to see how this candle finishes for me. Might have a spinning top here. You're not trading today. Oh, why not? No trades for now. All right, slightly down on a pullback buy. Well, I like to see that word slightly. The day down, or the word down's never fun, but at least you have slightly in front of it. Nice job, Earl. Todd, I see what you did there. All right, we do have, yeah, I'll call that a spinning top. So maybe, just maybe, the bleeding has finally stopped for now. Gotcha. You got to work. Green just needs to work on following the chart, not the news. Yeah, always a challenge for a lot. For me, I don't really care about that stuff anymore. But yeah, I remember just the news would create too many voices in my head. But yeah, that's something that I'm glad you're aware of it, that you're trying to work on. The market has been kind of weird so far this week. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know whatever. You know, as I said yesterday, I think there's two types of traders out there: those that fully understand what's going on with all the drama, and then liars. Those are the two types of traders. Or I'm sorry, those that don't know what's going on. Hey, good morning, JJ. Compton. Good to see you. Been a while. You're a gold guy. Are you trading this gold move right now, Compton? Small green. All right, well, maybe, just maybe, with these candles forming, this is some sort of bottom, but maybe, just maybe, I'm about to get suckered in. I will try a long down there at that green line. It's already bounced from there a couple of times. We'll see if it can get one more bounce. Hey, if you're enjoying, hit that like button. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the live stream is dying. No, I went on tilt last week, had to take a, oh. All right, well, good job. Good job, not totally spinning out of control. Okay, now maybe some sort of short, potentially, in theory. I also wonder, and this might be hindsight confirmation bias, but something was so wrong with my stomach last night. I did not sleep good at all. It was all like, I don't know if I had food poison. I don't think it was. I don't know what it was, but it was something. Even right now, I still get kind of like, what was that? But I think it's passed. No, not Taco Bell. So I don't know if it's my lack of sleep that's got. I just think maybe it's a combination of everything. But we did, yeah. My daughters kicked my butt. I found 5. Granted, we found a lot more, but we're like, you know what? So if we were on public property, we would have probably just taken them. But given this is from our own property, we're like, well, let's give them a few more days. Let's let these things grow. So we probably left at least 30 behind that we'll just. But yeah, we got, I don't know. My daughter Dot, she said she found 30. Faye probably found, I don't know, 20. I found like 5. And then Kit found 2. So I'll let you do the math on that. And those are the ones we took. Yeah, the morel mushrooms. All right, well, I'm still watching gold. Gold seems to be the most action out there right now, compared to everything else. So I'm gonna keep an eye on gold here. I'm still bearish biased. We'll see if we can find some sort of short-sided trade on it. I am short. Blue line is my entry. So let's see if this wants to start to come on back down. And I am short. Come on, trend. Now let's just start being my friend. Come on back down. Okay, took one out. Could still be a losing trade, but it'll be a little bit of a lesser losing trade. Just because I put in a little bit of profit and also reduced position size. Beautiful candle here, but I don't know if it's going to pay me or not. Couldn't really ask for a better candle and the trend and everything like that. So we'll see if it wants to come back down. So next target right there. I'm debating if I want to maybe add to it. But we'll see. Well, that was stupid. Come on. What a... All right, well, got to get out of that one. All right, well, I guess in hindsight, coulda, shoulda, woulda just scalped out of that and taken my full gains instead of just tried to give it a chance. I mean, but that was a good setup. It just didn't work. Oh boy, ask a guy. Careful out there. But then the big trick of perceived value. Use big words, and then people just perceive, oh wow, this guy is smart. There's value here because I just hear a bunch of stuff that I don't even really understand, but it sounds cool. So good on you for recognizing that. It'll drop now that I'm out. Yeah, probably. Oh my goodness. All right, we got potentially a long here. So this orange line here is the previous session close. Last time the price was down here, did a very good job of providing support. We'll see if it can do it again. Maybe I wait for down here. Yeah, all right. Looking for a long down here at 730. Ooh. Yeah, that might have suckered some people in right there. Again, let's see if we can get some sort of double-ish bottom bounce. If this is about to be some bigger dump here, I am, it's about to not be pleasant. How did I not get filled? You gotta be kidding me. Come on. All right, I'm gonna go down there now for my entry point. Look for a fake break. White line here is the low of the day. So the price can never get below that white line. The white line itself will just itself move lower. Yeah, I don't think I would have ever gotten filled there anyways. Okay, get my order back there. Okay, maybe. No, I don't like this. I don't like how it's just... All right, at this point, this is just a total knife catch. I'm irritated about the gold trade. I'm irritated on multiple fronts right now. One, I'm just having a rough morning. Two, that gold trade is irritating. And then, I'll be honest, looking from the business sense, I'm looking at the live stream numbers. I don't know. They're just below pace. They're below pace right now, which is bad. Well, dude, but like I've always explained, I'm trying to balance three things at once with this stream. I'm trying to balance the fun, because I am having fun, but I am trying to balance responsible trading, but I'm also trying to balance the business sense in the sense of why I do want to grow the stream, which sometimes has me wanting to just put on a trade for the sake of putting on a trade because maybe that'll boost the numbers up a little bit. So, like, there are a lot of conflicting, it's a constant balancing act. But yeah, that one right there, I think it actually might have worked out just fine. But still, even though that would have worked out fine, there is zero logic behind it. All right, so I would assume oil's going up right now. Yep, okay. I had a day like that yesterday, playing catch up today. Life of a trader, yeah. All right, thank you, Kevin. Although, because you plan on blowing, I'll assume because you plan on expanding your empire. Not that, well, I plan on blowing an account here in 2 days. Hopefully not in that sense. So yeah, really not. I mean, it did care about the previous session for a little bit. Previous session close for scalping, that is. You did get a bounce there. It certainly cared about the overnight low. Got a very nice bounce there. Did not really care about this pivot point though at all. But I am on the struggle bus. Tomorrow goes well. I'll grab a third account. Nice, Evil. Slow and steady, brother. Good job. Look at this. I guess just short. Who cares? It just goes lower right now. On the bright side, gold is just being completely stupid right now. Just all of a sudden decided to kind of just chop around right there. So nothing really more to update on gold per se. Okay, maybe a short here on the bounce. With the assumption it wants to. I'll try a short at the pivot point right there. So trying to go with the trend, but I don't want to chase down here and get short. So trying to just let it come up here. Give me a little bit better of an entry. But my day has been a whole lot of close, but not quite. In the sense of trying to get filled and then not quite being able to get filled. So if you've ever had one of those days where like, I'm trying to trade. I literally am trying to trade, but because I'm trying to be responsible about it, I can't quite get filled. If you've ever had one of those days, that's kind of how I can best explain. Now, if you're not trying to be responsible, well, then you can get filled anytime you want, right? You just market order in, wherever it's at, who cares? So, yeah, I mean, you can do it that way, too. But that's where the key word, I'm trying to be responsible. And so this right here is a perfect illustration. My general idea was right. I thought I'd want to keep continuing down. So, yes, my general idea, correct. But the entry point, and this is, by the way, why we're on here, on this stream, we're always asking for people from numbers. Because it's easy to say, it's short, it's going to go down. It's like, and say, see, I told you so. It's like, well, yeah, but when you don't give numbers, then you can risk, like I had here, just missing out. So I was right, broadly speaking, but I was wrong on the entry and I didn't get filled. And that kind of summarizes today's action quite a bit. What a fun slide to ride this. Well, congrats if you got in. I am having zero fun because I have not been able to get filled. Let's see here. Oil not doing a whole lot. People is Warsh. Man, this is Warsh. Paula was way easier to see. Are people is Warsh still speaking? Max out my DBT. Nice job, Hoover. 26,780. I mean, come on now, Stop Loss Bandit. You're not new around here. You know we don't do the Trust Me Bro trade plans. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. We know we don't do Trust Me Bro around here. Well, did you call it out? Did you call it out? To be fair, you might have called it out. Maybe I missed it. But did you alert in the chat that you were getting... Well, but that's the point is it's not a brag, though. Brags are not brags if they're Trust Me Bros. Now, if, I might have missed it. If you called out that you're getting short here ahead of time at 780, then I stand corrected. No, it wasn't. Yeah, no. 780 happened here. My stream had already started, brother. Come on now, dude. Come on, brother. What are you talking about? You lying. Am I going to short now? Maybe. well, that isn't there, that's quite a bit of a difference, isn't it? Before I joined versus before it started, two different things. Congrats, but on the same note, token, I mean, there's no need to do a little brag when your little brag is backstopped by, trust me, bro. All right, let's see what we can get here. Trying to go with the trend, so looking for a short here. Looking for the short. I am short. I'm adding more at that pivot. Or I'm sorry, at the previous session lows, which is that orange line. Okay, I did add. The 5-minute candle looks so stupid right now. If I get punched in the face by a candle like this, then so be it. Like, it is what it is. Just throwing out some covers in case there's some sort of quick move back down. Stupid. Goodness. Just straight back up. All right, I'm trusting this. I'm adding some more right there. But I'm about to get stopped out here. Well, when things V-shape and you're short biased, it's not exactly a good situation. Going to try to give this thing a little bit more time as I'm trying to trust the trend that this is not going to just V-shape straight back up. But as of now, looking like the rough morning continues. Uh-oh. Oh, great. And now my platform is being goofy. Okay, that's even better. Looking to add at the red line. Because that would be a very interesting looking chart. Hey, thanks, Mystery. I appreciate it. Good observation. Gotta love it when the cockroaches crawl out. All these names never seen before start to chime in. Only on a live stream. Yes, I have a stop loss, you dent. Goodness. Move my ad up to right there. Come on, 21 EMA. Do your thing. Come on. Getting close to maybe adding. Lovely candle. Lovely candle. Can't deliver though. Lovely candle at a lovely location. None of that guarantees success, but it offers me a glimmer of hope. Come on. Come on. I assume I'm going to get filled now. That's just too good of a candle for it, at least to not go down to that red line. And now we got the car alarm going off. I don't know if the mic picked that up or not, but we got all sorts of things just not going right around the household today, including the thing between my two ears. Goodness. Look at this. You two beautiful candles at a beautiful location. It still won't even film it over my ad. Like this thing just a stubborn donkey all of a sudden. Okay. There we go. So my stop is right there. Let's see if it wants to play ball or not. Well, it did take me green for a second. No, I'm just, again, a beautiful setup. Unfortunately for me, because of my first entries, my average is still at a decent spot, but man, if I just waited, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Come on, candle, keep coming down. There we go. Keep coming down. Come on. Come on. Come on. This blinking blue line is killing me. Come on. All right, fine. I'm not. Wait. I'm out. I'm out, right? I'm out. Why are you still showing as though I'm in? Stupid thing. All right, let me refresh real quick. The reason why I had to get out is because, and I've said this before, but it's a valid question. Wait, what? Because when I'm adding, like I need to start to see things go well, and they were going well. It came down. I was looking at a nice red candle, but then you just saw it was putzing around. And in my defense, right now, hammer candle all of a sudden doesn't mean it still can't come down, but when I'm adding and I add aggressively, my window of let's give it some wiggle room really begins to shrink. And whereas if had I waited and had I gotten up here, then of course I can let it wiggle around a lot more because I have a way better, quote unquote entry. But when my average size or quote unquote my entry was down here after adding, it just needs to cooperate better, and it didn't. I clicked on the window and then F5. I knew when you entered, it would go up to that green line. No, you didn't, Mr. E. So you can either rearrange how you're talking, or I'll just ban you right now. I promise you, you did not know, and I have a whole lot of proof that you did not know. Here's your chance. Do you want to use a different word other than no? Maybe like you thought it would go up there. You want to, or are you going to stick with the word new? Because the arrogance of new implies that you think we're all stupid. So you had expected it or you knew it? Well, no, that's what I'm trying to arrive at. What is the truth from your angle? You expected the price to go there, or you knew it would go there? That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know if the truth or not hurts or not. Okay, this is the last time, or else you're definitely banned because you're not engaging. You expected the price to go there, or you knew it would go there. It's a very simple question, but the implications are massive. Next interesting area might be up around the VWAP there. So I am very happy. I mean, all things considered, I played that about as good as I could have because that move right there would have taken me out. But like I said, when it came down here and it wasn't quite continuing, you have to just hop out. Okay, well then you can stick around, mister. I appreciate you clarifying. So then, yes, you did not know that the price was going up there. You had a good, strong conviction, and fair enough. Fair enough. But also, I don't recognize the name. So first off, welcome, great to have you. But second, nobody's impressed by that sort of stuff. What does impress us though is like if you give us an actual practical trade plan. Well, what's that, Clay? Good question. If you could, next time for your next trade, ahead of time, if you could give us 3 numbers, that would be great. If you could give us an entry point, a stop loss, and a target, that would be fantastic. No, you didn't announce anything. I don't think I saw any numbers. If you did give numbers, I apologize. But as far as I'm aware, you were just saying words. Words don't mean anything. Numbers say, a number is worth 1,000 words. Did you ghost that last post? No, I didn't see any numbers from you. I saw lots of words. I saw a bull flag, but bull flag is irrelevant. But like I said, on your next trade, just give us those 3 numbers ahead of time and perfect. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, mister. You're just saying words. You're just talking. And I'm not saying anything of what you're saying is untrue. Like, those are all your observations. Cool. But observations don't make money in the market. Like, for example, You couldn't call up your broker and be like, Fibonacci retracement alone had me expecting the market would retrace. They'd be like, okay, sir, we need actual numbers. Where do you want to buy? So that's all I'm asking. Just those 3 numbers for your next trade plan would be fantastic. Ahead of time again. Not trust me, bro, in the past. Yeah, like Todd said, you can start off by saying bull flag, and with the bull flag, I'm going to enter here as a number, enter there, stop loss, and I think the price is going to go there as a number. Like, just saying bull flag doesn't mean anything. Practical, that is. Doesn't mean anything practical. All right. Well, I was hoping it'd maybe get up there for a potential another try at the short, but as of now, it's coming back down. Going to try this orange line again. That orange line is the previous session close. Ooh, gold once again coming down. Yeah. I mean, it is at the 20, but I don't know, to get long there when we're in an overall downtrend, that's a little too scary for my liking. And I knew based on my years of experience trading that it wouldn't go up to the 21 EMA. But wait, what? Yeah, you're confused because it did. That green line right there is the 21 EMA. So yeah, it did go up to the 21 EMA. And that is fair. If you had tuned in just beforehand, fine. All I'm saying is moving forward, just give us an actual trade plan. That's the best way to communicate what you're seeing, is with an actual trade plan. But yeah, you have a typo in there somewhere because based on my years of experience trading, that it wouldn't go up to the 21 EMA. It literally did go up. Oh, wait, you said SMA. Okay, well, I don't have SMA on this chart, so I don't know what you're talking about then. See, that's why numbers are so helpful. It just cuts through all this. Wait, what do you mean? I'm not a trade service. I'm just commenting on what I see on the... See? You see that, folks? That's how it's done. That is how it's done. That's how you cut through the crap real quick. Ask somebody for 3 numbers, and I'm not a trade service. Oh yeah, you're a yapper. That's what you are then. Let me translate. I'm just commenting on what I'm just yapping on what I see on the charts. But am I going to give any practical information? No. There we go. That's how you do it, right there. That's how you deal with the Mr. E's of the world. Well, sir, can you give us some numbers? No. I don't want to be held accountable. I just want to say stuff. Well, there is the move that I was looking for, but unfortunately for me, the timing was just a little bit off. I'm sure Mr. E will now tell us how all this was very obvious and how, we're all idiots and how I'm an idiot. I mean, I'm getting ready for it. There you go, TA. See? Look at TA. Do you see how he gave 3 numbers? That's a man with courage. Alex, too. Right there, Alex Ruiz. Actually giving numbers. Look at that. Look at Greg Dawson actually giving, wow, he's giving targets and everything. Holy smoke. Look at these people actually giving practical information so we can see what they're seeing. It's crazy. I will look for a long down here, maybe a double bottom. So you can get in long, put your stop, or at least I'll put my stop a little bit below. So keep a small little risk profile. My prediction for Mr. E will be that if he comments again, it'll be, why are you mad? Why are you triggered, right? He'll start to try to divert the conversation. That's usually how the pattern goes. If he's still here. Oh, yeah. Squirrel. Exactly. He's going to yell squirrel. All right. Could try a short here because I can get myself such a tight stop. Yeah, some days the chat can get pretty entertaining. Hey, Glock. Yeah, it's going. Whether it's going well, that's a more in-depth conversation there. But it's going. Oh, that is so just... That was a great setup. It looked like it was going well. So I can see people getting short, that stopping them out, and then it rolling over. So this can be a very triggering, very tilt-inducing type setup right here. Very much so. Now, if you're a scalper, maybe that was plenty for you. But if you're looking for it to roll over and you're seeing that, you're feeling great, and then it comes up here and knocks you out, which would make a lot of sense, and then it rolls over, oh boy. So if that was you, first off, I can see what you're doing. You were making very logical moves, but this is just how the market can be tricky at times. At Dollywood, there was a ride called Mystery Something with a buzzard outside it named Mr. E. Yeah, I think Mr. E's gone. I think he realized quickly, oh, I can't get away with just saying stuff. I'm actually going to be held accountable here. Oh, okay, this is not the place for me. Agreed. Which, yeah. I'm glad we figured that out earlier in his journey. That he is maybe not cut out to be in this chat. Lip flappers and us, we don't really get along too well. Good. I'm glad you feel warm and fuzzy. That's what I'm here to do. Give you all hugs through my vibes. So I think I would assume we have some form of it. Yeah. Let's see how no, I don't want to do that. My screen's not, but basically an overall bear pennant in some senses. We have this. You have this across the top, and then we have kind of the bigger move down. So not the maybe most textbook bear pennant, but finally normal market after a few days. Finally normal market. Well, I'm glad you're feeling it's getting back to normal for you, Abel. Good stuff, brother. I am still thinking, looking for shorts. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So, I mean, have people been... Yeah, it's just kind of been slower movers up. Hey, Sam. Krager, look at that. Look at that actual trade plan. Good job, Krager. Hey, look at stop. Hey, stop loss bandit now bringing a trade plan. Let's go. Love to see it. Nothing but respect. He's getting short at 71.36. Okay, so he needs the price to come up some more before he gets filled. His stop will be at 40. All right, love to see it. Stop loss. Good stuff. Again, for those of you that are maybe new, if you give a trade plan and you're wrong, I can't promise you will not be made fun of, but what I can promise is anybody that does make fun of you will be banned instantly, because at least you had the courage to step in the ring. Because being wrong is part of trading. I think sometimes people, like that Mr. E guy, they don't like to do numbers because, well, if I do numbers, then I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, people are going to come at me, which it's true. It might be true in some parts of the internet, but this part of the internet is not one of those places. Like I said, I can't guarantee that somebody won't come at you, but what I can guarantee is if somebody does, they gone. They gone. You will have my respect. You will have all of our respect, because at least you had a courage to map out an actual trade plan, not just use words. So just an FYI on how that works. Don't be scared. It is okay if you give numbers and those numbers prove to what would have been a losing trade plan. Not everyone is perfect. Not everyone is perfect looking except for me. Anyone pass any evals this week? Well, the week is still kind of young. I mean, it is only Tuesday. Not that doesn't mean that people couldn't pass, but thank you, Abel. You're a sweetheart. And oil just staying strong. In that entry. All right, Mitmont, hopefully it works out for you, brother. I kind of want to get short and anticipate the break here, but because I like that candle. Oh, no, it made the move down. Let's see if it comes up. Come up again. All right, I'm going to do this. If this comes up here, I'm getting short. So come up here, back test, and then resume your break downwards. Hindsight will prove if this was dumb or not. Maybe I should be getting short right here because it's never going to come back up there. And if that's the case, well then I'll look like a fool in hindsight. Again, still waiting to see if it wants to come up here, kind of back test and then go. But as of right now, looking like the play might have just, yep, the play was just to get short. There is the breakdown. So congrats to anybody that took that. I am still interested in a long down here for maybe a double bottom, but we still got a ways before it drops down to that area. Well, there's hindsight for you. Is this the AMC squeeze? I don't know. We're doing something way better than AMC. DW, you got to stop watching AMC, man. There are way better things to day trade than AMC, brother. You have way better opportunities to make way more money, and your risk is less. Which sounds weird. Like, wait, no, isn't that backwards? Usually the higher gaining opportunity means you have to take on more risk. No, it's actually different for what we're doing here. Oh, did I not call that? Look at Mr. E. Did I not call that? I said he would now start to attack me. It's like you guys are going to accuse me of like setting this, like staging this whole thing with Mr. E. Like he literally just did what I predicted he would do. The patterns. It's all patterns, folks. Mr. E, can you at least confirm that we have had no prior contact? Like we did not stage any of this? That's pretty funny, actually. He literally... The pattern of the lip flapper. Shows up, flaps lips, refuses to give numbers, and then attacks me. In the sense of either gaslighting, telling me to chill out, or this case, I mean, you just can't, like, the pattern happens every time with a lip flapper. It's crazy. That's an interesting streaming idea. Somebody should try a stream and just name it lip flappers. And then, like, that's all you do is you just flap your lips. Like, you just say stuff, but you never actually take any trades. Therefore, there's never actually any numbers, so people can't actually see anything practical. But then you also encourage people to just, like, lip flap and make outrageous predictions. Might be I don't know. Could be an idea for a stream. Oh, that channel already exists? Okay. Hey, Dimitri. People do that on TikTok. They call it a roast me. Well, no, I'm not saying to roast the streamer. I'm just saying everybody just flaps your lips, including the streamer. Like nothing practical ever happens. Man, oil just continuing to grind. I guess I could say continuing to pump. That actually is like the perfect pun. Yeah, oil's pumping. I don't think I do many puns. That's more Kyle's wheelhouse. If I do puns, the vast majority are not intended. But that one was. Oil is pumping. Mystery, when you gonna have your next? We're gonna have a trade plan for us, brother. You like puns? Oh, you will like Kyle then. You and Kyle will be besties. Did you ever mention Oklo in your video stock video? Maybe, Alex. I don't think so, but I guess, I don't know. In theory, maybe I did. War sharing has been wild. Oh, it's a hearing right now? Somebody said it was just like a speech. Hey, morning, Johnny. Okay, so no. No. So Mr. E is not going to give us a trade plan. Just more words. Gotcha. Just words. Words. Just words. No, it's a hearing. He's getting questioned and often with hostility. Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. 1 minute it's an SMA, now it's an EMA. 1 minute he said it wouldn't go up there, now he's saying it would go up there. So I mean, yeah, I noticed that too, Miss G. We got all sorts of goalposts moving. It's crazy. Glad I wasn't the only one, Miss G, that noticed that also. Anyways, we've had our fun with Mr. G or Mr. E. He's confirmed lip flapper. He can stick around for a while. Sometimes they're fun to just continue to watch them. Like, try to get around the fact that they just can't give an actual trade plan. Yeah, I mean, all I know is I'm not getting my setup and it's annoying. Yeah. That's why patience is hard, I think. Because patience is annoying. Because you're being patient for something that the longer this thing you're being patient for continues to not happen, well, then the more annoying it gets, therefore the more difficult patience becomes. Had another rough market open, third day in a row today. I was down on the good comeback. Might have to rethink my. Yeah, I hear ya. Okay, I might try a short here. If this wants to come back down, I will try a short at the red line. Again, I am looking for a short here, but only if it comes back down to that red line. If that red line turns blue, that means I'm filled. The green line is it's the EMA. I am in. Good. Put a couple of targets down there. Looking good right now. Just needs to keep on coming down. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on, brother. I do, and I did have the Scalpy Scalp available, but if I see a good trade up, I'll share it with you. Okay, the only thing I want shared, and the way we define a good thing to share is as I've defined it. Those three numbers, Mr. E. Anything other than that is just considered words and impractical information. So as long as you're defining, hey, I'll let you know, and what you're letting me know is an actual trade plan, then perfect. Perfect. We will all applaud you and respect, because at least you have the courage to give us something that is we can hold you accountable for. Beautiful candle here. Can it deliver? Come on. Come on. All right, I'm sick of this. I want a green trade for sure, at least. So this will be a green trade. Although if I get stopped out, it'll be a tiny, tiny, tiny green trade. But I'm not going to have this thing bounce against me at this point. It's just been one of those mornings where I just... Like even this. How can you not just go down there and hit me real quick? For at least my first target. So stupid. I mean, you were witnessing even before I got the stream started. This is the type of stuff that, like, it still may come down, but my timing was off, and it's just one of those days. And I'm glad I played it the way I did, because that would have been a losing trade at this point. Crazy. To be fair, it's not like the market is completely irrational. I mean, that movement right there, move up, that candle, and then after that candle, this sort of movement, that's good stuff. That makes good sense. But that's just but did I take it? I didn't. I'm struggling. Hey, son. All right, have a good one, stop loss. Congrats on the day. Hey, if you are enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you could hit that like button, that'd be great. Usually by the 1 hour mark, I like to be at least 100 likes. I have not really asked, though, so I'm not going to freak out about it. But yeah, if you, let's get this thing up over 100 likes. So if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, and have not yet hit that like button, you will be playing a vital role in ensuring the live stream continues here. And I don't decide to just make it an hour live stream on the day. So if you don't mind hitting the like button, if you are enjoying, now would be the time to do so, please. All right, oil with the pullback. All right, there we go. I just needed to ask. Ooh, all right, we're at the 21. Okay, in, long, on oil. Trying to play the hammer here off the 21 EMA. Would love to see this hammer turn green. Well, obviously, I would love to see this hammer turn green. Come on. $30. Okay. I will try again at the green. Okay, never mind. Hey, thank you, Preston. Appreciate that. When it zigs it, when you zig, it zags and whacks you in the head, reminding you, yeah, well. NQ going down. Yeah, kinda. I'm just wondering, is this some sort of new range that's forming? I don't know. Is it just going to get stuck between here and chop around? I zigged when I zagged, yeah. As I call them around here, somebody said about me, and I was like, it was funny. It was well played. You know, when I have clay fade days, you know, anything I do, you want to fade me. Not fun for me. The clay fade is not fun. Boy. I'm just going to throw that up. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Throw that out there more so out of curiosity. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it, but we'll see. I wouldn't do that to you, brother. You wouldn't do what? Oh, you wouldn't fade me? Well, some days that's... Well, why not? Some days that'd be the smartest thing to do. Like, if a clay fade day is going on and you're not fading me, I would say, well, you're stupid then, because you're literally taking the thing that is not giving you an edge. Like, if the edge is just doing the opposite of me, so that's how we're defining edge, and then you're like, well, I wouldn't do that. Well, then you just admitted you're not going to take an edge, which means you're a bad trader, because as traders, that's our job. To find things that we think give us an edge and then to take the trade. I mean, I appreciate it. You're trying to be nice. I appreciate that. But the market's got no room for niceness. If you want niceness, go hug your mama. I am interested in the trend line down here, but if this candle all of a sudden comes down here and breaks down through it, I'm not interested in taking it short on this candle here. All right, short to this trend line. See if it bounced off 712 area. That means I'm going long. I don't know if it's totally a clay fade day today. Because my trades have worked. None of them have really worked that well because that's where the timing part comes into play. My timing's been a little off. So I'm not willing to concede it's a clay fade day yet, but are we potentially kind of close? Yeah, I'd concede that. Short 718, target 650. All right, Hoover's either his account gets toasted or it works out. But right now, we just got to wait. On the 5-minute, we do have this pivot point here. It's been an annoyance. It's been an annoyance to the Bears, and it's been a knight in shining armor to the Bulls. So that's what I'm watching off screen over there on the 5-minute. But really, other than that, when I look over more at the five, we really are just kind of chopping around right now. So I don't want to rush myself in it. Well, I don't know. What are you guys up to right now? Give me a 1 if you're long, 2 if you're short, 3 if you're just like me, just watching. 1 if you're long, 2 if you're short, 3 if you're just like, no, I'm just kind of watching right now, just trying to figure stuff out. 1 if you're long, 2 if you're short. Yeah, a lot of people just not doing anything. I don't know what a 13 is. Long and red. Waiting to see what oil does. Oh, sorry to hear that, Nathan. But you know what? At least you got payouts from them before it all happened. It's just ranging right now. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of choppy out there right now. That's what I'm saying, brother. And I'm going to try a short here. It's been rejected. Not totally rejected, but a fake breakout right there. So who knows? Maybe this is the time where it just blasts up through. We'll see. All right, B-Rad, I appreciate that. Hey, good morning, Nocto. I cooked one this morning, bright side. Well, thank you, JP, but on the same token, sorry to hear that you had a barbecue. How many Brads are in the chat today? Is your name Brad? Thank you, Dash. That is true. It is just cost of doing business. At least, I mean, the name around Brad is a good name around here. I did forget. No, last week, James. James' name got a little bit tarnished. Mary was also a name from last week, where if your name was Mary, yeah, we had a Mary show up that kind of tarnished things. But we'll eventually forget. Like, all names go through their cycles. Like, give it another couple weeks, and we won't remember, like, wait, what were those names? We'll forget. But yeah, last week, it was rough to be named James or Mary. Dash, yes, I do. Yeah, man tools. All right. So again, trying to get short. Not quite going up there to fill me. Clay, do you think it'd be irresponsible or a bad strategy to buy 10 seconds before market open? Well, I mean, that... Okay. Yes, it's a bad strategy because that's not really a strategy. You're just gambling. Now, if you see something that makes you think that it's going to break out for some sort of reason, then that's fine. But if the strategy is literally, listen, I have no idea which way this price is going to spike. I just know that the market tends to spike at 9:30. Do I have any idea? No. Let me just buy 10 seconds. Okay, that is a strategy, but that strategy is just gambling. And gambling over time is not actually a viable strategy. But again, if you're saying, well, for this, and this reason, I think that on the open the market is going to go a certain way, well then, yeah, I don't see that as just a random coin flip. Does that make sense? Okay, the opening range breakout strategy is one of the biggest gimmicks out there. We've talked about this before, but does trading need to be rocket science? It does not. But does trading need to be more in-depth than this? Okay, everybody, let's wait 15 minutes. Let's map out the high and the low. And now, after the 15 minutes, you buy the breakout or you short the breakdown. If only trading were that easy. Now, if you want to use that as a foundation to build upon, that's way different. But like to just show up and think that's going to be my strategy and I'm going to make consistent money and no. It's not. It does take a little bit more than that. All right, we are getting a potential short here. At that area. Let's see if we can get it back up there. Looking for a short. If that line turns blue, I'm in. And I missed. Oh, I'm in. And then you got to be kidding me. This just summarizes my day right here. All right, that was a toilet paper trade right there. I finally get in, and then it just spiked against me like that. I'll consider that a gift to even be able to get out. I think I made a few bucks. Okay, again, Mr. E. Mr. E, I need actual numbers. That's not anything. That's just you yapping. Watch you don't get burned with that short, Clay. Wall Street, can you give us a trade plan with numbers or not, Mr. E? Can you do that or not? Why is this guy raising his voice? If you just showed up, that's an understandable question. Because those of you that have been here are probably annoyed. You're like, why have you not just banned this guy already? Because I've asked Mr. E several times to give something that's practical, and he just continues to say stuff. And he also apparently thinks that there's some magical, powerful, like big bangs Okay, all right. This is cooking. What's oil doing? Yeah, oil getting a little jiggy too. I don't know. Is this volume is a little low. So I'm not gonna call this a news candle. It definitely got jiggy, but the volume is still pretty light for this to be a news candle. Yeah, but if I use Jeopardy music, I'd probably get like, not that I have monetization, not that I have ads turned on right now anyways, but I do like to put on ads when they're in the archive. And I don't think I'd be able to do that. It would be funny though. It would be. I concede. Playing some Jeopardy music, that would be pretty good. Okay, well. Did that really move 40 points? 40. Oh, it did. Okay. Right, Nat Knob. All I'm saying is like that, and what you said, I don't have any problem with it, assuming it's within the context of, yeah, and you're building it upon that general idea. But just to take that like very basic principle and think that that's going to yield you consistent results, yeah. That you are deceiving yourself and you are wasting your time. If it's part of a multi-layer, like if you have, again, if it's you're using that as a foundation to build from, fine. But to just sit there and think you're going to make consistent money because you wait 15 minutes and mark out a high and a low, it's just no, sorry. Good job, junkie. Been trying that strategy for a year. Well, it works, but just to correct what you're saying, it does not work consistently enough to actually ever have it, be anything viable. Like even bad strategies work from time to time, right? That's what makes the market so difficult. That's what makes trading so difficult because stupid, bad behaviors, dumb strategies can still provide you and give you money. But the problem is, yeah, but is it going to ultimately allow you to survive over the long term? No. Dumb strategies are dumb because they do not allow you to survive over the long haul. That's what makes them actually dumb. Because a dumb strategy, and a lot of people don't understand that distinction. A good strategy is not one that makes you money. I'm going to say that again. A good strategy is not one that makes you money because a bad strategy can make you money. A good strategy is one that allows you to survive over the long haul. AKA, that's why risk management is so important. Okay, so Mr. E, will you just be honest enough to say you're just here to troll? Can you at least be honest enough to admit like you're just here to troll? David Reese? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Clay, if it is a dumb strategy, why has it been around? I'm not sure what strategy you're talking about. Again, I don't know if you're trolling Deadeye Dave or you're rage baiting or you're not listening. ORB strictly alone is dumb. Like, again, if you think that all you have to do is wait, okay, 15-minute ORB, let's just wait 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is done. Okay, let's buy the breakout or short the breakdown. If you think that's all that trading is, and you're going to make consistent money doing just that, no. Now, if you're taking this general principle and you're building on top of it, you're building a strategy based on top of that and using that as a foundation, that is very different. But if that's all you're doing, if I have no idea if it's been around since the 50s, but if it is, then why is not everybody doing it? Because it's just that easy. Like, dang, imagine if that's if that's as easy as it was. So that's what I'm sure. I'm not sure if you're trolling or maybe you misunderstood what I was saying or maybe you missed a bit. But I mean, smoking cigarettes has been around since who knows how long. That doesn't mean that it's good to smoke cigarettes. That's a logical fallacy in and of itself. Well, Clay, crack cocaine's been around for 40 years. Why is it still around if it's bad? The length something has been around does not automatically therefore mean it's valid. That would be a lot. I don't know which logical fallacy it is, but that's fallacious thinking. It is bad. It is bad, George. Well, I guess that depends on your definition of bad. But under just broadly speaking rules of thumb, the definition of bad, yes. Crack cocaine, not so good. Fallacy to truth. I don't know, maybe. Right, and that's what I said from the get-go, did I, Dave? Well, Catman, I disagree. I'm not going to lie. No idea what to do right now. Well, so you do know what to do. By not knowing what to do, you do know what to do. Nothing. Which is by far the most powerful trade, to do nothing. A lot of people think they know what to do, but actually they don't know what to do, and then they do something, and then they get smacked in the face. So I assure you, I promise you, by you sitting here saying, I don't know what to do, that is a good spot to be in. Because you do know what to do. Nothing. Clay, you easily get rage baited. Once again, do I get annoyed? Do I get frustrated? Sure. But do I get anywhere close to as annoyed or as frustrated as what I appear to be on stream? I will not answer that up, but I will offer a hint, and the hint is in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There's your hint. If you cannot connect those dots, then you're just demonstrating, and I don't say this to be mean, some people don't have a business bone in their body. Not a business bone in their body. So if what I've said, if you cannot connect those dots, yeah, you just don't have, you don't understand business. And that's okay. Some people are not business minded, right? I'm not artsy minded. I go to a museum and some people are like, oh, and I just stare there. I'm like, yeah, because I'm just not, I don't have an artsy bone in my body. Some people don't have a business bone in their body. Yeah, Alex, me and my 6 kids. I was like, hey, kids, let's go celebrate 420. What a dented question that was. I have other time frames over here, Mr. West Village. Try to look at the 2 and 5 minute. I think you need to. Well, I think I won't tell you what I think. That might get me in trouble. All right, oil with the break to the upside. We are approaching the trend line. Is to short or not to short? That is the question. Where did this pencil come from? When did I pick up the... What did I don't think I ever... What? I don't know. Get back in on that wedge. Decisions. When you get mad, I get mad and work out even better. Good. I'm glad my genuine outrage gets you to work out better and makes you healthier. That makes me feel good. What are you seeking, Clay? I'm seeking Good decisions. DHS plane bound for Washington, Pakistan, now en route to Washington, Wyckoff. Bound for Europe. Okay, so who's on the plane? So nobody went for these discussions then? Oh, do I do it? Something is holding me back. Something is holding me back from taking this short through the trend line. If you're taking the short out, I'm not going to call you crazy. Hey, Andrew. Typically, these short breakdowns have been reversing back up quickly in the past couple. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can't say that that's my ultimate, but maybe that was the thing that was weighing in the crevices of my subconscious. Pivot EMAs, view up above there. Looks decent for a short. Yeah, I don't know. This is just sloppy Joe mess right now, kind of. This does actually look, at this point, maybe interesting for a long. I've been stopped out like 15 times today. Yeah, that... I hear you there. I hear you there. It is good discipline, by the way. Oh, is that like a long right there? It's bounced off that area several times. Clay, how's it going? Going pretty good. Welcome to the stream, Jude. Nice to have you. Always nice to see new faces around here. Hey, thank you, Skeletor, for swinging in. Maybe short if that previous doji breaks. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think anybody's crazy. If you're short right here, I see what you're doing. I see what you're looking for. I'm just not quite sure if you're going to get it. But, hey, maybe that means you will get it because my decision-making today has not necessarily been fantastic. Theory Masters, hello. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's always some man tools. Always man, but I mean it does make sense. Socially awkward people are the people that are, you know, they're the lip flappers. Like they are quite literally socially awkward people. They lack situational awareness. And I'll just leave it there. We've talked about that topic many times about situational awareness and how it's a skill that thankfully many of your parents did teach you. But like some people, they never got taught situational awareness. And then they just become awkward people. Should one wait till the bar closes below or above a trend line before considering a bias? Well, West Village, that is up to you. You ask 100 different people that, you'll get 50 people telling you one thing and 50 people telling you something else. So that's where you got to just experiment with yourself. See what you like most. Well, yeah, I mean, we all have a little bit of socially awkward, but I mean, there are some things that, again, it's just situational awareness. That's right, Kevco. Calling it onto the other work thing. All right, Jocko, have a good one, brother. I should probably get my... Just sloppy Joes. We potentially at a top of a range right here. So if I start here and bring it over. So we're not quite there, but I don't know. I might try short here. I am short. Let's see if it wants to maybe come back down. I am short. I did not hear about that. Is George Foreman from Iowa? Come on, brother, go. Took one out. I wanted to scalp it, but I am changing mid-plan, which may bite me. The plan was to scalp, but I was like, no, I'm going to just scale out now. Come on down. Hey, brother! Hey, brother. Mommy, I'm scared. This man's a psycho. Oh, yeah, boy. Hit me, brother. Mommy, save me. Who is this live streamer? I'm going to have nightmares. Oh, stop. Stop. He had family ties to Iowa. Gotcha. Come on down, brother. So let's see. Worst case right now, my risk is making 7 points. Reward unknown. Because I do not know how far down this will go. Therefore, I do not know my reward. What I do know, though, is my risk. And my risk right now is I make 7 points. So I like situations where worst case scenario at this point is I make 7 points. Don't stop me out. Come back down. It's you dirty rat. All right. Well, I tried. In all actuality, not a good trade. I mean, I train things mid-trade. So, to be factual, that was not a good trade. Was that a buy? No, I was short. It was a buy on the exit, yes, but that's because it was a short. So yes, my stop loss was indeed a buy. But no, that was to keep it just that was not a good trade. So my rough day continues in all actuality. I'm trying, M10. Hey, Andy. How's lunchtime? It's not a whole lot's going on. I'll put it that way. At least for me and my strategies. Maybe some of you and your strategy are like, what do you mean nothing's going on? I'm just ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And for you, I'm jealous. Like we clearly have different strategies. So for me, yeah, not a whole lot has been going on. Stopped you out, then went in my favor. Steven doing his best to try to rage bait me into tilting. Thanks, Steven. At least it wasn't like, man, you'd be up, and then he like did the math to try to rage bait me that much more into tilting. Oh man, it stopped you out, and then man, you could have made $700 more. I see what you're doing, Steven. And I don't like it. Why are you trying to rage bait me into tilt? Savage. Change your name right now to Savage Steven. I'm just kidding. I know you're not. I know you're not. As expected, Mr. E also believes that market makers control the market. Oh, Mr. E. Bless your sweet little heart. Hey, Trader Alex. I moved my stop luckily and was able to stay in trade. Good job, Steven. Good job. Well played, sir. I blow up my 5th account today. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're disappointed. That tells me you're treating this seriously and you're not like out there just degenerate gambling. But I mean, blowing 5 accounts is sort of like, again, where did my, dude, I am so just not prepared. Anyways, 5 accounts blown up. I know it may feel like the end of the world, but in all actuality, it's kind of a drop in the bucket. We'll go to buy if it tests back to 745, okay? And then where's your stop going to be at? So we got your entry point, great. We still need at least one more number, your stop. A target's always nice too, but I understand sometimes people don't necessarily have a target because they're just going to let it work for them. Hey, Bald Eagle. They really only control the spike moves. Get a discount. No, yeah, no. The market makers. Here's your problem if you say that the market makers control the market. You're gonna have a logical problem with economic history. Because over economic history, market maker firms have gone out of business. How can a market maker firm go out of business if they control the market? You would have to say, well, they control the price in a way that sent them out of business. Wait, what? So that's ultimately the problem that the market maker people are going to find themselves in. That believe market makers are some like special creature that can control everything and make the price do whatever it wants. Economic history puts them in a very weird spot of logic. Again, there are technically no logical contradictions because you could just say, well, the market maker controlled the price in a way that put their firm out of business because I guess they wanted to go out of business. I mean, I guess that there is no contradictions that does logically flow, but it's like, but why did they send themselves out of business, you know? Okay, so Mr. E does not trade. We've established that. He just says stuff. He just says stuff. All right. We got a long. Cat. All right, Cat. Hey, Clay, I placed a limit order. The open with a 7-point stop loss, but Trader Vic's rose up and pushed my snap. It's not unfair, though, Alfonso. It's not unfair. I'll tell you why. At the market, you have all sorts of movement. You can have a lot of slippage. So what actually maybe got you there, Alfonso, was not the fact that it froze up. Because I've had it where it freezes up, but it still actually gives me my entry, even though it doesn't show up right away. But what got you was just slippage. The market goes spastastic. Spreads open up. There's all sorts of, there's a lot. Let me ask you this, Alfonso. Do you even, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but do you know when I say slippage, do you know what that is? Because you having 25 points of slippage at the open is not the most shocking thing to consider. So that's why I say it is not unfair. You're the one that's choosing to trade right at the opening bell. One will have a crap ton of losing trades, so they'll sell the block to someone else at a discount. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. I placed the order at 9:34. Right. Okay. Fair point. You don't mean literally at market open at 9:30, but I mean 9:34. The price is still going pretty spastastic. Yeah, right here, this range, 25. Yeah, so these are some, I mean, yeah, it's snapping around all over the place. The market works as an auction. Are traders, banks, institutions willing to buy here? Volume profile is king because it shows you what levels people have been willing to buy. I don't know about king, but yeah, volume profile certainly, I mean, there's a reason why I have it on my chart. I would argue the price action itself is king. But I hear what you're saying. I wouldn't push back a whole lot there. Okay, Joy. Well, around these parts, we love to see trade plans. So if you want to take your volume profile king indicator and structure some trade plans so we can see how you use volume profile, that'd be great. So all we need is next time you see a trade ahead of time, just give us 3 numbers: an entry point, a stop loss, and a target. And then we can see from a very practical point of view how you use volume profile. Still, it is buyer's market for next 2 months. Okay, yeah, maybe that is irrelevant for me then about the environment for the next 2 months, just because I'm on the 2-minute time frame. I'm just trying to figure out where the price might want to go in like 5-10 minutes from now. So yeah, I'm not saying if for your strategy, maybe it matters to think about the next 2 months, but for mine, it does not matter. So therefore, I put 0 brain power into it. I'm up 520 in the day with full. Nice job, Nas. Maybe a short here as it comes back up. This purple line here, 50 period SMA on the 2-minute here. This thing's been doing work. A lot of fake breakouts. So I will actually try to play a fake breakout right there. So looking for a short at the red line. Just trying to play a fake breakout of that purple line, given it does tend to fake breakout. I like the KISS method. So do I. What's the KISS method? Keep it simple, stupid. Difficult to work at office and trade same time. Anyone else does this? I would imagine a lot of people are trying to trade while they are working. That is just a guess, though. Can't say I've ever run a study to correct, or collect, data on that, but if you're getting short right here, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I probably should be. Well, yeah, we have the 21 EMA, we have the overnight low, and we have the purple line all congregating right around that area. You're all neglecting your jobs. Well, don't get caught. Don't get caught. Because I will be on your boss's side to fire you. I will take his side. Okay, here we go. I'm in. Come on, come down here. Film me. At least on that first one. Come on. Come down. Uh-oh. Come on. Reject. Come on. Hit me. Hit that first target at least. Thank you, brother. All right, let's get my stop loss right there. So this will be a green trade. Now just a question of does it want to keep rejecting and coming down? There we go. Thank you, brother. Let's get this next one down here. Update my stop. There we go. Thank you, brother. Hit me, brother. Thank you, brother. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. I'm a real boy now. I have been to Lake Red Rock. I live pretty close to Lake Red Rock. Okay, next target is down there. I have a little trade when working. I'm only a tiny fish. So now my worst case is my risk is basically making 11 points, reward unknown. Why? Well, because I don't know how far down this wants to go. So again, my risk is making now about 17 points, I think. My math, no, 12 points. 17 points. 17 points. Come on, brother. Keep coming down. Come on, brother. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Thank you. Mr. E, your premise makes no sense. If you control the market, there is no such thing as over leverage because you control everything anyways. So like, who cares? Risk does not matter if you control everything. So yeah, see, your very premise does not make sense. Pretty sure you've been here before though. So yeah. I'm curious what your old name was. So now my risk is making, I don't even know what the math on that is, 37 points. Keep coming down. This one, I have no more targets. I'm just going to follow it down with my stop. narrow boy now, mommy. Thank you, Multi-John. Nice reject. Oh, you saw it too, Narrow. Am I out? I'm out. All right, there we go. You saw that thing too over there, Narrow? So did I, brother. So did I. Did you take the trade, Narrow? Man, this area down here is a total baboon for the Bears. Thank you, Ricardo. No. Come on, Narrow. What are you doing? Daddy Clay. That's right, boy. I'll give you a spanking. Hey, Clay, how you liking the range? I mean, ranges are not boring if you get short up here and then get it to roll over. I assure you, Rambo, ranges are not boring if you can actually find the range and play the range properly. Daddy, chill. I should probably get long here. It seems like all it does is bounce from that yellow line. So what color tiles did you go for? Oh, that's a good question. You know what? It's funny you say that. That meeting got canceled because we finally had some really nice weather. So the guy was like, hey, would you mind? I want to take advantage of this good weather and work late, blah, 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 to play catch up. So we're like, yeah, that's fine. So actually the tile meeting is today. I'm horrible at it because it causes me to overtrade. Directional plays is my edge. All right, Rambo. Well, then I can see how range would be boring for you. Yeah, we found some good, found lots of morels yesterday. We left a lot behind though, so they can grow and get bigger. Hey, I appreciate. Thank you, Noble. Yes, if you consider feeding hungry children a good cause, that is what it's going towards. So I thank you, Noble. When you say that, it does. I don't know. It's kind of a weird dynamic. I'm not saying this and like anything's right or wrong. But like, yeah, the people that are like flashing Lambos and flashing this sort of stuff, use my code, blah, blah, blah. People are like, yeah, I'm using your code. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I'm paying the insurance on your Lamborghini. It's just kind of, I don't know. Now that you say that, it's kind of an interesting dynamic. Again, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's interesting. It's kind of funny. But yeah, at least in my case, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Maybe somehow it does make more sense to pay for somebody's Lamborghini insurance. I don't know. But at least, yeah, in my case, at least, like you said, Code Clay goes to feed my children, to which there are 6. So, by the way, when I say Code Clay feeds hungry kids, I do mean that. I have 6 of them, and they are hungry. Therefore, I'm not lying. Code Clay does go to feed hungry children. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny now that I think about that. Do we have? Are you a bot or? Okay, you're just copying and pasting a bunch of stuff. No, the tile guy canceled like well before. That was like a week and a half ago. I don't know. I can't tell if this guy is a bot or what. I mean, he's not posting the same thing over. It just seems like he's copying. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tricky one. Okay, maybe a double bottom here. I'm not going to blindly buy though. I want to see some form of confirmation, but yeah, I could see a buy right here. I mean, so let's see if this wants a double bottom or not. I am real. Okay, so you're just so what are you copying and pasting? What is that from? Wait, are you saying I am real, you not? Did you say that I'm not the real one? I am real, you not. No, you just shocked me. I shocked you. The flag football team I played on at Ohio State, we were the Shockers. So maybe I did shock you. I don't know. We were the Shockers. What position did I play in flag football? Flag football is a little different. You kind of just technically I was the right guard, but like that doesn't a right guard in flag football is a little different than a right guard in like real football. Right, maybe a short here on the back test of this yellow line, which had quite the history of behaving as resistance. So let's see. Maybe now it wants to be a support. Let's see. Man, flag, I thought that was a good time. If any of you happen to be here in college and right now you're playing intramural flag football, embrace it. You'll look back fondly on those memories. Okay, maybe a short here. But like I said, I want to see. Oh, look at that. Are you going to bounce really right off that line? That'd be kind of crazy. All right, right now it's seemingly not caring about the yellow line, but there is that range element. So let's see how this candle wants to take shape. I led the league in pick 6 and flag. Okay, yeah, Kyle, but you probably played in the female division. Yeah, I hear you, Rambo. I sometimes wonder if they're concerned about, like, whoever the consumer agency is. It's like, why are you making this so hard for people to, or why are you making this so easy? Like, are they scared of getting, accused of, like, I don't even know, like, making it too easy for people to, like, spend way too much money too quickly. I don't know. But I do agree. Well, I never said anything about transgender, Kyle. All I said was you played in the female league back. I irrelevant to the topic. I'm just saying, yeah, you probably did because you're playing in the female division. Are you from the U.S.? Emma, are you real? Emma, give me a ABC. Because that sounds very like spam-like. Are you from the USA? Have you ever seen anything about the We the Vote project? I'm not saying you are. I'm just seeking some confirmation. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come up some more, and then I'm going to put a short in right here. A little bit more. Little bit more, brother. Push up a little bit more. Perfect. All right. Short now at the red line if it wants to come back down. Now, if it wants to keep going straight up because this is some sort of just stronger recovery, then so be it. But if that red line turns blue, I'm in. right, never mind. My risk profile would be a little too big. So back to the drawing board. Okay, this will be my last response, Mr. E. You're just in denial that they control the game. Okay, fine. My point is this. If they control the game, they have no risk. What risk does somebody have that is in full control? There is no risk because you are in full control. The only reason why risk management exists is because you don't have full control. Therefore, you have to manage the unknown, manage the risk. But if you control the game, there is no unknown. Why is there no unknown? Because you are controlling everything that happens. So because you control everything that happens, then therefore you cannot be over leveraged because risk does not exist to you. If you don't understand how to connect that logic, Mr. E, you're either just, I don't know. You're either, let me put it this way. You are clearly trolling because that's not a hard concept to understand. And I have not misrepresented you at all. You're the one that used the phrase control the game. Yes, if you control the game, you have no risk. If I control the puppet, the puppet is not going to punch me in the face unless I decide to make the puppet punch me in the face because I control the puppet. Now, if somebody else is controlling the puppet, sure, that puppet could punch me in the face. So I better have some risk management, get my hands up. Clay, did you see Warren roasting the... No, I've been live streaming. How do you connect TPT to... I don't know. I use Tradeovate. I mean, he's clearly a troll. He's clearly a troll. But I do like to see people try to wiggle out of logical contradictions. It's fun. It's fun. Some people like gymnastics, and gymnastics is okay, but I like mental gymnastics way better. So people like Mr. E and their mental gymnastics, oh boy, it's fun to watch. Did he take his meds or did he forget again? Who's he? Hey, Alex. Good to see you, brother. Ah, bummer. Well, yes, in hindsight, it's easy for me to be like, oh, man, I should have shorted at the 21. Yeah, but like I said, my setup was down here, and yes, in hindsight, it would have worked, but that's all just hindsight. Tong, in your dashboard, once you sign into your Take Profit Trader account, they'll give you login information. So you take that login information to Tradeovate site and you log in with that information. They have a username for you and a password. You are welcome. This video might also help you out. Let me link this to you real quick. Tradeovate. There we go. So this will basically walk you through also how to get the platform set up with the way I have it set up here. I'm not saying that this is the be-all, end-all, but it'll at least get your, provide some context. Your point is clear. If you have complete control of the board game, then you have no risk. Agreed, yes. I just wasn't sure who you were talking about needs to take their meds. I don't know if it was me that needed to take my meds. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, Gold. Gold is just having a rough one today. That helps a lot. All right, perfect. That's a great video, Clay. I made my Tradeovate setup with it. Oh, you're welcome, Trader Alex. Glad I could help. Wow. Yeah, gold is getting punched in the face pretty hard here. Gold ate my lunch in the middle of the night. What are you doing trading in the middle of the night, Lance? We have to talk, brother. How did gold eat your lunch in the middle of the night? Or did you carry a position during then? Meds. Oh, the other guy. Well, yeah, okay. The other guy is just trolling around. Nobody's that foolish. He's just trolling. Nobody's that foolish. Me and Lance, we got to have a heart to heart here. Not privately, but how did gold eat your lunch in the middle of the night? I made a couple hundred last night. I'm still learning combined. So you are actively trading gold in the middle of the night, yeah. With being a yes, that's just not healthy, brother. And you know that, and you recognize that. So, all right, Nero, see ya. Yeah, Rambo, agreed. That is, to be fair, that is one of the big pitfalls of futures. Is at least with stocks, and in the category of day trading, you guys know stocks and options, I believe, are garbage. But also, to be fair, at least the stock market does officially close. And I mean, you literally, there's nothing you can do with it because it's closed or has absolutely terrible volume. So it might as well be closed. But with futures, that is a threat. You can develop a very, very unhealthy relationship with futures. Well, do I have an unhealthy relationship? I can't say it's for sure, but something that I would say you should highly consider that you do have an unhealthy behavior with futures. If you are trading in the middle of the night. But Clay, I'm on a third shift job. Okay, I'm not talking to you. But Clay, I'm in London, so our time zones are different. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Americans, or really, quite frankly, I'm talking to anybody. Where if wherever you're at in the world, if you are trading in the middle of the night, I would suggest to you that you have an unhealthy relationship with futures. All right, maybe a long down here. We have a beautiful hammer candle. Okay, I'm going to try a long. I'm long. Let's see if we can get this to... Maybe the hammer just suckered me in. But that is a nice looking hammer. There's no doubt about that. Come on, hit that first target at least. Bounce, brother. Hit that first target at least. Just put a couple of closer targets there. Come on. Come on, bounce up there. At least hit that first target. I'm in gold right now. I am long. Trying to play this hammer. Thinking the hammer maybe is signaling some sort of at least temporary bottom. I don't need a full blown reversal. Come on. And then it just has decided to essentially stop moving. Okay, okay. Oh, you're looking so good right now. Come on. Keep going. Give me another long lower shadow. Come on, brother. Go. Go, Cletus. Go. Thank you, brother. Keep going, brother. Push. Come on, brother. Uh-oh. Get up there, brother. Are we brothers or not? Beautiful candle again. I'm not out of the woods yet. This could still be a red trade. It's nice that my first target got hit, but we are not out of the woods yet, folks. Come on, hit me. Give me that second target. Do it. Hey, brother. Brother. What is this not? Brother? What kind of nonsense is that? Huh? All right, I don't like these games that are being played with me right now. Let's make sure this is now officially a red or green trade. All right. This will be green now, no matter what. I got my stop slightly in the green, but let's see if this thing wants to keep bouncing. Okay. Mr. E, see you later, dude. I'll give you a timeout, see if you want to maybe come back tomorrow, but you just got owned, and you're either rage baiting or you really are just a dent. You're just a dent. It's one of those two. I'm sorry that I just flipped your entire premise against you, but like, yeah, that's not a good look, dude. But don't worry. I know some of you are like, can you ban this guy already? He's in the penalty box till tomorrow. He doesn't seem like the type that will change. If he does come back tomorrow, I will assume it will be the exact same attitude as he has right now, but we want to try to give people a chance to maybe reconsider how they're going about life. Come on, brother, get up there. Uh-oh. Don't stop me out. Just keep bouncing. All right, stopped out there. All right, well, that one worked out to an extent. Gold will drop after oil hits 100 plus. Okay, here we go. Is anybody long gold still? Wait, did I just... Huh? I turned my back. Did I just get kicked out of the trade and then it bounced up even better? You rat. You dirty rat. Ooh. All right, I can feel it in my bones right now. I got to take a step back. I am a cocky mess right now. I am a cocky mess. So I can't trade. We've had this discussion, but this is one of the things that makes trading very hard. You cannot trade scared. I'll say that again. You cannot trade scared. As cliche as the saying is, it is so accurate. Scared money does not make money. So you cannot be scared. You've got to be confident. But you cannot be cocky. Well, where is the line between when you cross from confident into cocky? I don't know. Hence, again, one of the things that makes trading hard. Right now, I think I may have crossed the line. So I need to just chill out a little bit. Because I was happy with that trade went. My previous trade, other than that, worked out real well. I think I should be short here right now. But at the same time, or am I just being cocky? Alex, do you think I'm going to help out a pothead like you? You think I'm going to try to help make you money so you can go ruin your life? Think again, Alex. Yeah, I'm in dad mode. This guy sounds like a dad, yeah. Almost like I got 6 kids. I'm not going to help you ruin your life, Alex. Or what is the guy's name? Alex. You dent. Hey, man, I need some more needles. Give me a trade plan. I need some needles. I'm tired of using the dirty ones. I swear I don't smoke. I just eat gummies by the fistful. I'm not buying you gummies, boy. The market will humble you so fast. It can't. Yes, exactly. That's why you do want to be confident. You can't be out here like, do I press a button? But you can't be like overconfident. Cocky is undeserved confidence. I don't know if I agree with that in trading. Because isn't it deserved? If you're doing well, if you're making good decisions, if you're making money, wouldn't that be deserved? I think so. So I don't know if I might not understand the saying. Whoa, hey, somebody okay. Oh my goodness. You guys heard me say it. I should have been short there. Doggone it. Now, okay. Now things are spinning out of control for me. You guys heard me say it. I'm like, I should probably be short right here. Okay. Is oil going boom boom right now? Let's check oil real quick. What's oil doing? Oh yeah, oil going boom boom. All right. I think this could be that looks like a news candle. How big of a move? Yeah, big volume. And that was over a 50-point move. Yeah. So start scanning Twitter. My prediction is you're going to start to see something on Twitter within the next couple of minutes. That probably explains that. That looks like a news candle. Okay, I think some of you are arguing too much. My point is, as traders, good decisions, win streaks, making money can lead to being, okay, I guess you can call it overconfident. I'm just saying, I'm using cocky in place of overconfident, okay? You sticklers, good grief. Playing the lottery does not make sense. Well, tell that to the people that chose the winning numbers. Okay, yes. In that category, that small category, some of you in your lottery logic, man, I love spoons. Oh yeah, well tell that to the person in 1732 that was murdered with a spoon. Tell that to that person. Okay, fine. In that case, spoons were not good. I don't think there was an auction today. I'm guessing some sort of news will be out soon on Twitter. No, I don't think that was a Trump. That doesn't look like a Trump tweet. Trump tweets are usually a good, at least minimum 100 points. They still got, oh, that's true. Yeah. I don't know. Is the new Fed guy, is he still being interviewed? Scott's right. That could be something plausible. If so, what was said? What did he say? Okay, it's been over? Okay. So it wasn't that. That's why he didn't take short, yeah. It's all about Vance. So there is news about Vance at basically, there is a tweet or something, or I mean on the news sources you saw something at 104-ish. Well, yeah, I'm not saying that didn't happen was right. I'm just saying, but like, why? In other words, I assure you that when fib levels are broken on the hourly time frame, they don't like routinely produce, 70-point drops. Okay, what I'm asking is, does anybody see any tweets that are like time stamped at 1:03 Eastern or beyond? Because if this is a news candle, then that would be, again, sometimes the chart is before the news. Like, we have to sit around and wait for something to show up. That's how good a chart is at the news source. Oh, it was the Tokyo VWAP. That's on me. That's sorry about that then. From 5% down to my pro to no. Ty, good job. Good stuff. Uh-oh. Now we're coming back up. Yeah, something's being said. Somebody's chirping. I don't know why I'm checking. You guys are way better at this than I am. Yeah, we were looking at oil going up. Kind of, sort of. It was the Asian liquidity. That's right. It is crazy, though. Like that guy yesterday that kept talking about VWAP. Oh. All right, well, I'm guessing the ceasefire is not getting anywhere closer to happening. Hey, Eddie. Strikes to take out Iran energy to begin imminently. Okay, and what's the source on that, Mr. Wall Street, and what's the timestamp? $12.59. I don't know. If it happened at 12:59, that would mean that the market had to wait 3 minutes for it to. I do not see the market needing 3 minutes to catch up to that, so I'm not quite sure. At 12:09, no, not 12:09. No, it definitely does not. Was right. And when you say it usually, it usually racks like this, I'm defining racks like this as 60-point moves. Or in this situation, a 70-point move. No, when Fibonacci levels are broken, their normal reaction is not usually a 70-point move. Oh, I see, George. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, I'm staying pretty confident. This is some sort of news, something. I mean, the volume is even staying way higher. Your opinion on TPET? You need to do more You need to learn more. Whoop, there it goes. That is a very dangerous question you just asked, good sir. Why would it not react like this? You go for it, man. I'll put it this way. I have not noticed that on the, whatever you said, the hourly chart. Just because a fib level is broken does not mean that usually it drops 70 points. Just because a fib level is broken on the hourly chart. I have not noticed that. I'm not saying it cannot happen. My point is, you make it sound like it normally happens. Like, well, this is usual activity. I have not noticed that. None of you. I'll tell you right now why I know you need more education. How I know you're a newbie. That's a terrible question, as you provided zero context. Are you asking my opinion from a day trader standpoint or from an investing standpoint? Why it's dangerous is let's just say that I assume you're asking from a day trader standpoint, but you're actually asking from an investor standpoint. My opinion is very irrelevant and dangerous to you. Because if you are... Yeah, no, my answer stands the same. For you to now provide context tells me you should not be trading. You have a lot more learning to do. So no, my answer does not change. The mere fact you did not know to do that at first tells me you have no idea what you're doing, which is fine. We all start off not knowing what we're doing. Thinking about maybe a long down here, but this is also very spicy. Because, yeah, we're dancing right now. Don't assume, man. I'm not assuming. I literally can tell. Here's how. This is what somebody that knows what they're doing would say. Hey Clay, I'm a swing trader. I like the 30-minute and the hourly time frame. What are your thoughts on TPET? That's somebody that knows what they're doing. The person that doesn't know what they're doing says, "What do you think about TPET?" I'm no newbie. You're definitely a newbie. You may be a newbie in denial, but you are a newbie. The quickest way to figure out somebody's a newbie, what's your thoughts on XYZ? And they provide no other context. Yeah, not to mention a quick in and out isn't a swing trade. A quick in and out would make me think a day trade. Dang, it's just a question. Right, it's a very revealing question. And in his situation, it was a very dangerous question, TJ. So no, it is just a question, but it's a dangerous one. Because here's what people like him do. I tell him something, and then he comes back and yells at me, "Man, you told me it lost money. You lost me money." And then I'm like, "Well, I told you this is this." "Well, I didn't mean from a day trading standpoint. I meant from a swing trading standpoint." I'm like, "Well, you should have told me that up front." But I'm actually the nice one here that is like nitpicking and saying, I'm not going to answer that because you didn't provide the right context. So no, it is more than just a question. Because I've been there before. You don't speak and then people come back and get mad at you. And they're like, "Well, I didn't mean it that way." Well, crap. So TJ, toughen up, son. You may hate him, but... Yeah, thank you, TJ. So don't throw this, "It's just a question." No, there's more to it than that. What's your favorite meatloaf is just the question. But I can smell that guy's type a mile away. I just give him my opinion. And then he loses money and he comes and blames me. And is, "Well, I didn't mean it that way," as if I was supposed to know that. Okay, maybe a short here. I don't know. Or it just seems like a chase, maybe. I want it now. I want to see it a little bit closer to the 21 EMA. 21 EMA has been doing work very nicely. Rejected. So in my mind, from the short side, this just seems a little too... Now, not short in the bottom anymore, but I think I want to see it come up a little bit more. And let me guess, TPET is a piece of crap penny stock thing anyways. Let's see. $0.56. I'm not a newbie. I just think it's a good idea to swing trade penny stocks. But I'm not a newbie. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? How did I get here? I'm not a newbie. I'm just swing trading penny stocks. You can't make this stuff up, folks. I get it. You're going to accuse me and that guy of like colluding. This is all staged. It's not real. And I understand there's a lot of stuff on social media where it's all like staged stuff. I get it. I promise that was not staged though. Okay, was right. We need some. You're starting to become a lip flapper. That's fine. You love your Fibonacci's. I don't have any problem with that. But was right. If you don't mind, and I mean this in all seriousness, it helps us all out. Heck, maybe you persuade me to consider some Fibonacci's. But can you give us some actual trade plans with these Fibonacci's? An actual trade plan being defined as 3 numbers. These 3 numbers being an entry point, a stop loss, and a target. So that would be great. I can tell you love yourself some Fibonacci's, but we need a little bit more. Read your previous comment. I don't have time right now to dig up and find a previous comment. I'm trying to short. If you want to copy and paste it, that'd be way more helpful. Huge rundown in the process to claim. Hey Clay, I am an order flow scalper who also builds positions. I like bookmap, blah, 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 blah. And 1, 2 to be able to set. Okay, this is totally copy and pasted. There's no way you type this fast. Like, where are you copy and pasting all this from, brother? Okay, so yeah, see, those are still just words. Stop is at the top of the hold. Nobody knows what top of the hold is. Whereas if you just give us a number, we would know how you define top of the hold. Do you see the power of numbers here? Oh, that's true. I guess it does get dangerous in that situation. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ban this Emma person. I think that's confirmed to be a bot. So let's see. Right. What I'm trying to tell you is I understand 0 about your strategy. Because you've just used words. That's like me saying my strategy is a bull flag. And it's like, okay, yeah, but like, how do you play a bull flag? What are you looking at within a bull flag? So if you gave me numbers, then I could look at it like, oh, okay, that's what you mean by I play bull flags. So I appreciate you sharing your strategy with me, but what I'm trying to do is just bring to the point where I actually understand what you're talking about, because I don't. Because when you say stop above the top of the hold, that I don't know what that is. But if you just, again, gave a number, I could see it. Oh, that's a crypto coin? Okay. But I do thank you. Thank you for sharing your strategy. I'm just trying to inquire more into what you're actually trying to tell me. Because right now, we've made 0 progress, other than you like Fibonacci's. But besides that, I'm very not understanding anything that you're saying. All right, I am still bearish biased, but it seems like we are right, as an FYI, we're right above a pivot here on the 5-minute. Kind of hard to see because it's behind the white line, but we have this dotted brown line here. So we are at an area where, there's no guarantees that it'll bounce from the pivot, but we're right around that area. After 10 is when I start getting chopped up. I might try it. Not might, I will. I'll take a swing at it. Let's see. Yeah, risk 8 points. I'll risk 8 points on it. We are dumping to 564. Okay. We got one of the lack of social or situational awareness people here. Clay, what's the market going to do next? Just ask D Fearless. He knows. He said we're dumping a 564, and since then it's just gone up. Wow. Now, to be fair to him, he didn't give us any sort of time frame. So it may take the next 3 weeks before we get there for him to be able to come back and say, I told you so. Maybe it's 3 years. But yeah, hard to know because he just said words. Thank you for the post, made a quick $100 taking the opposite on the dump. Look at that. People making money doing the opposite of what the guy's saying. I love that. It's crazy. Sorry for this complexity. Well, that's what I mean. Legit black space. I say the same thing to you. Like, what you said doesn't mean anything, but what is a universal language? Look at this thing. Good job, Fearless. Good grief. The Darcy effect. Again, was right. That's why I am trying to help you out. You're saying I'm bad at explaining things. That's why I'm just asking for numbers. You don't have to explain anything. Just tell us where your entry is, where your stop is, and where your target is. Why is it so hard for some people to just give numbers? Brother, I'm trying to assist you. That's okay. I understand. Some people, I'm bad at explaining things. No problem. I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking for a trade plan because the trade plan itself does the explaining, brother. I promise. There is a method to my madness. I promise. There is a lot of logic to why I ask what I do. Well, give it to me here. Give it on this chart right here. Why can't you do it on this one? Oh, now D Fearless, you can't make this stuff up. D Fearless pulls off the ultimate Darcy, and now he's using Trust Me Bro. He's got the Trust Me Bro trade plan. Fantastic. But yeah, anyways, legit black space. If you don't mind giving us a trade plan, that'd be great. Because yeah, you did say a bunch of stuff. I don't know what you're even talking about. But if you just give us those 3 numbers ahead of time, an entry point, a stop loss, and a target, that helps explain things. That would take too long. It would, dude, you're literally typing paragraphs, and I'm asking for 3 numbers. And then you say, well, Clay, the 3 numbers would take way longer than the massive paragraphs I'm typing. Okay. Here I thought I was trying to save you some time too, but apparently massive paragraphs are quicker to type up than 3 numbers. Am I in the bizarro world right now? What is going on? He must be copy pasting that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this is getting weird. He doesn't know. I use fibs and my stop is close to the next fib and yeah, exactly, Mr. Wall Street. That's true. His name does say he was right. See, look at Kent. Everybody look at Kent. Look at those 3 numbers there. Crazy. But somehow Kent doing that takes longer than what this other guy's doing with massive paragraphs. 3 numbers wouldn't make sense. Oh, I assure you, it would make absolute good sense. Mapping out my exact trade plan will not make sense. Okay. Oh, okay. You've been here before. Who is this guy? You have totally been here before, and you're rage baiting again, aren't you? Look at David. Fantastic. 3 numbers. Oh, that's true, George. Yeah. Yeah. uh, I've been there too. I've been there too, Nathan. It's, yeah. I gave you an ABC example. Yeah, I'm not looking for letters. Okay. What is up with the lip flappers today? Can you see how amazing numbers just expose people that it's just crazy? I figured that would be enough. Well, again, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You figured incorrectly. What would be enough is 3 numbers. Okay, well, legit black space. I do understand that sometimes you don't really know your entry until it happens, and that is fine. But as soon as all that stuff that you're looking at triggers and gives you an entry, type in the chat. All right, I'm long here. I just got long at this level. My stop is here and my target is there. So it doesn't necessarily have to be ahead of time per se, but it needs to be like right after you get in. Thank you, Pauls. Okay, maybe a short here. We're coming up to the 21 EMA. All right, I'm going to try a short at the red line. We have this former high. We have the 21 EMA. So I guess in a weird sense, kind of like a double top-ish. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. I don't like how it just puts in right below. I could see it spiking up through, and then I'll look to try to maybe capture it on the way back down, assuming, of course, it comes back down. Shorting at 650 again. Okay, and where's your stop at? If you're in at 650, you have an incomplete trade plan right now, brother. $660. All right, there we go. Look at David. Look at David with 3 numbers. Crazy. Some of these guys make it seem like we're asking for rocket science. Some of you make it seem like we're asking you to solve complex differential equations. We're just asking for 3 numbers. It's not that hard. It ain't that hard, brothers. Ooh, all right, up through here now. If I get short. Okay, well, you are short, brother. You are short at 648. So you're at 648. Your stop loss is 663. All right, so you're getting close to getting stopped out, but he's hanging in. He's hanging in. Get nothing but respect. He stepped up to the plate and gave a trade plan. Well, no, you're short as far as your trade plan is concerned. To be fair, he's still in. He's still in. It's getting close to maybe stopping him out, but all right, now he stopped out. All right, good try. Bounce right off that 5-minute pivot like you mentioned. It did, didn't it? Yeah, I kind of lost track of it. Wants to short the double top. Yeah, and also David. So David and legit black space both stopped out. But you know what? Yeah, that's what happens. On movements like this, if you're bearish bias, and I can understand a bearish bias, yeah, if these sorts of movements happen, yeah, you're going to get stopped out. It happens. But again, nothing but respect. At least you had the nerves and the courage to map out a trade, at least to give 3 numbers, which as today's live stream has demonstrated, some people really struggle to just avoid 3 numbers. Right back to the top of that fib level. All right, he was right. This is your last time, or else I won't ban you, but I'll throw you in timeout. Either give us a trade plan or stop just color commentating. Like, okay. Like that, you're saying that as if it's supposed. Okay, final time, or else now you're officially banned. I'm gonna just skip over. You asked me my strategy, I gave it to you. And then I clarified. Okay, what I mean by asking for your strategy is to give us those 3 numbers. And it was at that point where you have failed to do so. So if you're not going to do that anymore, I'm just going to ban you. Because you are either trolling or, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much, because nobody's that dented to the point where, like, they don't understand what I mean. I was going to say, or you're too stupid to understand what I'm asking, but you're definitely not that stupid. You full well know what I'm understanding. So my only rational conclusion is you're just simply here to troll. And trolls got to go. I have to ban trolls. I mean, he was right. During this discussion, there have been at least 10 people that have given 3 numbers. Again, legit black space. This is why I like numbers. So far, you're 0 for 1 on the stream. And that's okay. That's no problem. We all have losing trades. I applaud you. But don't try to talk your way out like, well, I wouldn't act. No. You gave us the numbers. It didn't work out. And that's okay. But yeah, you are definitely way smarter than me. Currently, we reject yesterday's VAL. I don't know what any of that stuff means. And I'm not saying you're wrong. But that's why I like to just use the KISS method. Because you can get all complex and still give wrong trade plans, right? So at the end of the day, you just kind of pick your lane and stick to it. Oh. Look at Vikash. He actually gave 3 numbers. Crazy. Literally another man tools. Yeah, today it's been a weird one. I almost wonder if it's the same guy coming back under new names. Look at this. Look at Sa Platey. 3 numbers. Holy smokes. How hard is that? Just trying to help. Right where you're curious. All right. See you later. Banned. I apologize. I probably should have banned him way sooner. He made it apparent he was a troll way sooner than that. But sorry. I'm still working on it. What should I eat for lunch? Don't eat lunch. Fast. Exactly. That's why Teddy Graham. That's why we have to default to him being a troll. Because you're absolutely right. Has the level, but no number for the level. Exactly. Well, it's at that level. Well, what level? That level. Yeah, but what level? That level. Yes, but levels are actually defined by numbers. Okay, yeah, but just that level. So true, Teddy. So true. Oh, these people are like I think some people are like just blindsided. They're like, "Wait, what? I can't just run my mouth here? Wait, what do you mean I have to actually give a number?" When I say that level, I literally just mean that level. I don't know what level numerically speaking. I just mean that level. Call on your broker. I want to get short at that level. What level? Yeah, that level. Sir, we're going to need a number. No. I want to get short at that level. Okay, sir, we literally cannot. Listen, just get me short at that level. Hey, Clay, I'm going to short on this level. Sounds good, brother. And then you're going to take your profit at that level and your stop loss is at the other level, right? Whoa, hey, somebody, hey, oh, okay, all right. This is news. That's news. Look at this volume coming pouring in. Okay, somebody said something. I bet oil's cratering too. Yup, oil down. Somebody said something. Somebody said something. Oh, Scott, you got to be kidding me. That's disappointing. Nothing on news yet. Yeah, that would make sense. The chart is that good. It beats even Twitter. Hey, good job, Pam. Pam probably needs some toilet paper right now. The good type of toilet paper where like you're in and all of a sudden it explodes in your favor and you're like, whoa! Wow. Okay. Okay. Chris, yeah. Yeah, that's some of your, or I don't know, is Tomb Raider still a thing? I don't know if that's still a popular game or not. Yeah, how they did it back then. Well, even how charts used to work. Well, like charts, from my understanding, would come in like books. Like, think about how absolutely mind blowing that must be to people that grew up and like had to order however that worked. Wherever you got these books from that had the technical charts in them. Whereas now that person can walk to a computer, type in any ticker symbol, and boom. Not only get that chart, but see the chart update in real time. That's got to be a mind blowing thing. Vance will depart. I have a. Okay, now we're getting conflicting data. Vance will depart for Istanbul, and then somebody says Vance trip postponed. Okay. Whoa, Jason out by the skin of his teeth. Good job. Had a guy in our office that did his charts every day. Long 700. Okay, so he needs to see a pullback. Stop loss there. All right, I appreciate that, legit Black. Good stuff there. You have nothing but my respect. Maybe, might be interested in a pullback here to this yellow line. Try to play, see if this thing wants to like bull flag out a little bit. Something like that. We'll see. Tomorrow morning, he'll depart as of now. We'll see in 2 minutes. I don't know. That seems goofy that all this. Well, I guess it's all. If he's going, then maybe negotiations are back on. Maybe that's why it's. Want to see absorption at 700, meaning you want to see the price bounce? Dude, legit, I don't know if this is the place for you. This is a place filled with dented baboons. All the terminology that you use, I think you are several grades smarter than all of us. So yeah, just in the spirit, in the spirit of trying to respect your time, I'm not quite sure this is the place for you. You are literally surrounded by dented baboons right now. I am King Baboon. But with the way you're talking, all this terminology and cool sounding stuff, I don't know, man. Whoa, there we go again. Right up to VWAP. Yeah, right now, I'm going to just kind of sit back and try not to get cooked. Could be Deadeye Dave. Could be. I don't know. Well, whatever he's using, he is very clearly way smarter than I am. I guess I could try a short up here. I mean, I got wiggle room on the day now. I will say this, my live stream has been way better than my morning trading, which is not the norm, because usually I'm definitely a morning trader. So that was just my long way of saying, I want to be careful here. I don't want to, what was it, last Friday? No, I think last Thursday. Oh, did you guys hear that? I think it was last Thursday. There was that one that I thought was a news candle, so I chased it a little bit. But the reason why I chased was because I thought it was a news candle, so I figured it would keep moving, and it didn't. And then I didn't give up all my gains, but man, I gave up a big chunk. I'd like to avoid that. Yeah, Crypto Rob, I'd agree with that. All right, Mitmont with the trade plan, 3 numbers, love to see it. And I cried freedom. Oh boy, there is a yellow. I better reduce position size, because this thing could. Take the absorption. Right, yeah, I know. Absorption is just, you want to see if the bid holds. I get it. But I do also get that saying, I want to see absorption as opposed to, let's see if the bid holds. Or absorption sounds way more legit. Or said another way, let's see if the support holds, right? Supports that hold are holding because the bid holds strong. And the bid holds strong because people are actively buying all the selling pressure, which you are defining as absorption. So yeah, we're saying the same thing. You're just saying it way cooler than I am. If this thing... oh boy. $5 just gave... oh, we got the middle finger here too on the 2-minute. Did the Bears just give everybody a middle finger to the Bulls? The middle finger pattern? That's one way you could visualize it. The Bears are like, oh yeah, Bulls? Ba-boom! Oh, David, you're one of those guys? Doggone it. Doggone it. I didn't realize you were in the cult. Come on out, brother. Step out from the cult, brother. Although I will say, David, I appreciate you. You are not like your fellow cult brethren. You have actually given us some trade plans, which is a shout out to you. You are by far the exception, not the rule. Right, 5-minute support zones. Like, that's what they were called when I was studying. It was like, oh, here's a zone of support. But yeah, I get it. You calling them FVGs, you do sound way more legit than saying a support zone. Yeah, exactly. That's why the cult is popular, because you get to call very basic things, things that sound way more better. Again, he is a marketing genius. I will give him that. He is a marketing genius. Um, so many choices right now. Ooh, oil. Oh, just got smacked back down. Might try a short here, actually. I will. Okay, so this is what let's do this so we can I can help make it more visual for you folk out there. Okay. I want to see the price bump its head on that yellow line. I will then look to get short right here. But I don't want to see this come down here and then come up. No, it's got to come up right now. I want my entry point to be right there. So it's got to come up. I'm being very specific here. Don't want to see it drop down any lower or not much lower. But I want to see it come up here, bump its head, and then I'll throw in my order to get short. Was that news? Oh, there it is. It's bumping its head. Okay. Calm down. Okay. Stop is right there. My entry is right there. My stop will be right here if I get filled. Now, if the price comes up through that green line, it'll be back to the drawing board for me. That red line turns blue. I am in. But let's see if this head bump can knock out the price. Knock out the bulls. I am partially in, fully in. There we go. Okay. Okay, I want to make sure this is a winning trade. So this will officially be a winning trade, but it's got to come down. Okay, never mind. Yes, I got super tight with the stop, but like I said, I wanted to ensure that that was a winning trade. We're getting later on in the day. I'm not looking to... So if you're like, Clay, man, you got extra tight. My stop is still up here. I don't blame you one bit. But for where I'm at and in my mental management, which is what trading's all about by the way, we got to manage our voices. For my voice management, I know myself. I've been doing this now a long time. I know that as soon as it made sense and sure that was a green trade, I needed to do it. But yes, that comes with the risk of, but you could get stopped out too soon. That's true. But on the pro side, I was at least guaranteeing myself a green trade. What indicators are you using? Candlesticks, moving averages, VWAP, trend lines, and volume. So is anybody still short? Well, I mean, that assumes anybody else got in. But I'm short in an eval. Nice job. You're short 725. Yeah, sorry. I meant more so on oil. That oil trade that I kind of mapped out there. NQ only here and just went long. Why only NQ? Why not do like 10 MNQs instead of one NQ? That way you can scale out. Ooh, that's kind of dirty. Still hasn't broke. Okay, I could try another trade here, actually. See if it wants to bump its head on that level again. Ooh. Okay. Let me cook. Okay. Come up here. Hit your head. Hit your head. Oh, that's a head hit right there. Okay. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. My stop will be right up there. Now, if it goes up through the green line, like I said, this trade plan will be invalidated. And no, bounce right off of it. Bounce right off of it. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. Oh, you did me dirty. You did me dirty. Holy smokes. Wow, that was dirty. Dude, that's called getting played like a fiddle there. Oh my goodness. Good grief. By the way, I've explained this before, but I'm not laughing because I don't take any of this serious. I'm laughing as a coping mechanism. For me, I've learned that laughing can help not send myself into just mental anger, and then mental anger leads to tilt, and tilt leads to bad outcomes. So I am laughing out of using it as a coping mechanism. That was rough. But hey, you know what? You know what? I want to give a shout out to the chat right now. And this is a prime example of why I think that we have, in all seriousness, I obviously to say the best, I don't know about the best, but I really do think we have one of the best, if not the best, chat boxes or chats in this space. Because look at this. Not a single person crawling out of the woodwork to be like, well, Clay, you were wrong because of this, this, and this. Which is so nice. So thank you. I appreciate that. Some places are so just, I don't even know what you would call it. That there'd probably be 80 people right now telling the streamer, well, you should have done, shoulda, coulda, woulda in hindsight. But not a single person. I appreciate you guys. And I know I'm sarcastic a lot. I know I love to joke around. But in all seriousness, I appreciate you guys. That's a good example. Because that was actually very annoying. To get played like a fiddle. And I appreciate not having people like explain to me in hindsight all the obvious things I missed. Mecca, yeah, thanks. I see you're joking though. All right. All right, Oil. You scumbag rat. Thank you, Trader Alex. But I really do think we have one of the best chats. I know we are certainly not, if you're a lip flapper, you don't like this place one bit. Lip flappers don't like this place. But that's okay. You can't build a solid culture of people if you're like, hey, everyone is welcome. It's like, well, no, you got to set some standards. And not everybody will like those standards, but the people that do like those standards will then, by definition, you'll create a culture with those standards. Right? It's like a self-fulfilling filter system. Lip flappers do not like this place at all. And I don't know, maybe like from the strictly business sense, maybe it would be better for me to just like have zero standards. Because hey, it's all about the numbers. I think I drive myself insane. Yeah, legit black space. So thanks for ruining it. Because here's the thing. Had that trade worked out, you would not be saying that. I guarantee you would not be saying that. But anyways, we can all congratulate Legit for his hindsight bias explaining what happened there. Even though this short-sided trade worked out very well, or worked out, Now, I didn't see him here telling me that going short here was wrong. That was weird. When that trade worked out, would have been a nice scalp. He had nothing to say. But as soon as it goes wrong, there we go. It's a running joke here, but it's a joke and it's funny because it's true. If you look hard enough, you can explain anything. Right? The price bounced there because, oh, well, that was the 8 EMA on the 13-minute time frame. Oh, it bounced right there because that was the 37-second time frame, 61.8 Fibonacci level from the Bangladesh session, right? If you look hard enough, you can find whatever answer you want. Oh, it rejected there. Clay, why didn't you get short right there? That high was the 72-day, chalk and money flow crossover. I'm in your short. Good job, Ace. If you weathered that storm better than I did, good job. All right, well, my timing was just a little bit off there. It punched me. It played me like, now this is like ultimate fiddle playing. Come down, fill ya, stop, you're out, and then go. But again, I'm sure people have no problem explaining why why it didn't work out. It can never be, you know what, Clay, there's no guarantees. Yeah, your timing was off. No. See, the problem with let's see. What was his name? So Legit Blackspace. Here's what his logic leads to. Oh, there was a losing trade. Oh, you did something wrong. Let's see what that wrong thing was. And in his analysis, what I did wrong was I went in the middle of the main volume. Okay. So therefore, he now has a rule that says do not take a trade in the middle of the main volume, whatever that means. But it's irrelevant. Okay. So then he keeps trading. And then all of a sudden he doesn't go long. He doesn't take a trade in the middle of the main volume, but he does something else. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, let me go see what was wrong there. Oh, that was wrong. So he adds in another rule. So now he's got not only don't take a trade in the middle of the main volume, but he's got this secondary rule. So he trades some more. Oh, takes another losing trade. Oh, I had a losing trade. Therefore, I did something wrong. Okay, let me go find. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay. Let me put that in. Okay, now he can't take trades in the middle of the main volume with that second rule, and now he's got this third rule. He then goes and trades. Oh, another losing trade. Well, let me go figure out that's what I did wrong. Then he's up to 4 rules. His sort of logic eventually leads to a strategy where you have 8,432 rules, and you can only make 1 trade per decade. Okay? That's where that leads. Sometimes it's just this. Not everything works. Sometimes the market plays you like a fiddle. And you just leave it at that and move on. Again, that's my tip to you. It's not a tip. Legit Blackspace. It's not a tip. Your logic in and of itself tells me you don't know what you're doing. Well, I just gave you a tip. Stop thinking that a losing trade means something is wrong. Because if you do that, Legit Blackspace, what you are doing is you're going to end up with a strategy with thousands of rules to it. Because every time you take a losing trade, you think you did something wrong, and you're going to go back and find it, which you can always find what you did wrong. So that is my tip to you. I know what I'm doing, believe me. Well, right now you're 0 for 1 as far as your trade plans. So there's that too. But notice how I didn't go back and tell you how you're wrong by giving you a tip, I just said, hey man, good try. It happens. See, that's the difference between you and I. I understand the game of, yeah, you're not going to win all the time. That's fine. You look at it as, oh, I need to go find what was wrong. That's the difference. One of those people has been around a while. The other hasn't really been around a while. Like that is newbie logic you are using right now. And then you're compounding the newbie logic by thinking it was like a tip. Like it was a tip. It was just a bad one. Unless you want me to end up with a strategy with 8,000 rules. Anyways, I think he's part of the cult, which would make sense. When people show up using all these abbreviations and this and that and absorption, blah, 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 overcomplication is the name of the game. Thank you for the tip, though. Thank you for the tip. Hopefully you accept my tip. So there we go. Look at this. We exchanged some tips. Yeah. I mean, legit black space. This area may not be your cup of tea. If you're going to come and sit here and hindsight analysis everything. Hindsight analyze everything. Tip talk. That's good. I might have to take that. I like that. That's funny, Keith. Ooh, we about to get a breakout here? So very clearly right now the price is, well, I don't know if it's very clear, but in my mind, I'm noticing that this overnight low continues to now reject the price. So if it pushes up through there, you would think that minimum it could get up to that level. Today has been a weird stream. We have had some characters. I almost wonder, sometimes I wonder, is it the same person just coming back with one of their multiple accounts? I don't know. It's been a unique stream today. Hey, I want a pizza, jabonis, with some pineapple on it. Hey, there's the real Jimbo. And that's more than fair. My tip to you about your experience is, it seems to be a very dangerous experience because you seem to be assuming, oh, this guy took a wrong trade. Let me give him a tip because he did something wrong. And that's where I'm saying, well, through my experience, that sort of logic that you're using is going to lead to a strategy that is very overcomplicated because every time you take a losing trade, you're going to have to be like, oh man, let me go see if I can give myself a tip to improve. Anthony, you are you're just wrong on so many levels. Pineapple on a Domino's $7.99 large pizza is amazing. Now, Anthony, this may be where we're speaking past one another. I have 6 kids I'm trying to feed. I got to find those good deals out there. And I'm sorry, there is no better carry-out deal in America than Domino's $7.99 large one-topping pizza, which, by the way, the one thing I don't like about COVID the most is all the inflation and how it used to be. Before COVID, that deal was $7.99, 3 toppings. So sure, the prices didn't go up, but now we only get 1 topping. I did not speak bad about your strategy. I don't understand your strategy. Your strategy seems more complicated than it needs to be, AK using the word absorption when you could just say, let's see if the support holds. My critique on you was you gave a bad tip. Your tip leads to somebody to need to have 8,000 rules. So my tip to you is be careful with that logic so you don't end up with an overly complicated strategy. But I still don't understand your strategy fully. You've given exactly 1 trade plan, and you're 0 for 1, which is fine. Nobody wins. Just because you're 0 for 1 doesn't mean you have a bad strategy. I'm just saying I can't make any determinations about your strategy because we have a sample size of 1. George, do you know charts? Like when I say technical analysis or technical trading, does that mean anything to you? I bought 650 1 hour ago, and just as I put a take profit at 670, I could do anything else. My internet. Oh, that is scary. Yeah, the internet going out is like a walnut cracking factory. Okay, see now you're being dented. Why should I be overly cautious with it? I gave you my reason. That is why. Now, I don't know if it necessarily applies to you, which is why I told you to consider it. But because you're so defensive right now, you're not actually hearing what I'm saying. You're like looking to be offended. I'm saying you should consider the logic you're using because you're at risk of potentially having a strategy with 8,000 rules. Again, at risk of. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying at risk of. I choose my words very carefully, but you seem to be just looking to be offended at this point. Again, you seem to be. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying that you're starting to come across that way. Up 600 now, turned out to be a good day. Good job, Pam. No? Okay, well then step 1, George, is you need to learn about charting, technical analysis. Because that is the bulk of futures trading. Is not, well, what's a futures contract, blah, blah, blah. No. You need to figure out what direction do I think this futures contract's going to move, and that's through technical analysis. So step 1 for you would be technical analysis. If you want to go to my site, claytrader.com, got a lot of content there. Okay, black space. I don't care. Now you're suffering from the world revolves around me-itis. That's great. Look how much it doesn't matter at the anymore. You are very good at carrying on conversations. Like I said, give us trade plans. I don't care how many times it's reacted off the 700. Show us how would you take advantage of this observation you've made. So far, you've made one practical trade plan and it was wrong. So I don't care. Like you're throwing observations at me and me and everybody else is like, yeah. Like, that's like you calling your broker and you're like, hey, broker, look how often the 700 reacts. And your broker's like, okay, well, did you want to try to make money off this observation? So do you have a trade plan for us or are you just sharing an observation? See what? Watch how I could do this. Man, look at how it reacts, how it gets rejected off the overnight low. But to take it farther, I could say, okay, so I could see getting short right here, stop over the orange line because the orange line is the previous session close. So I could do right there to represent my risk. That's the risk I'm taking. And potentially it gets down to those lows. So right here is my, but let's be a little more conservative. Let's say we don't even, let's just go for right here. These lows right here. So then there is my potential reward. And all these are numbers. I could give an entry, a stop. So that's Me just saying, look at how it reacts off there. That's not practical. But you see how I made that practical, which is why I'm asking a loss for those 3 numbers. The broker will put you on speakerphone and ask you to repeat what you just said. Yeah, no kidding. I already answered this for you. As soon as you get long, let us know. Say, I just got long here, and then my stop loss is here, and my target's there. I mean, this is not complicated. There is a stream of people giving 3 numbers constantly. I do have to understand. For example, if you're like, well, I need to first see if it's going to break through 730. No problem. That makes sense. You're looking for confirmation of a breakout. And let's say you're like, okay, there's the breakout. All right, I'm long. And let's just say that's 735. Okay, let us know at that moment. Okay, I just got long at 735. Let us know your stop loss. Let us know your target. It truly is not that hard. The only people it's hard for are the people that just want to flap their lips and just say stuff, so that they can ultimately say, see, I told you so. Because that is a good question. You may ask, okay, well, what's the point of the lip flappers? Like, what is the lip flapper actually accomplishing? Well, they are after the for whatever reason, mentally fulfilling words of being able to tell somebody else, I told you so. That is, well, at least that's my thesis. Some of you, chime in. Maybe you have a different, like, what is a lip flapper actually after? I think they're on a quest to be able to say, I told you so. I was right, or any variation of, I told you so. But I don't know, maybe you would say, no, Clay, I disagree. I think a lip flapper is after fill in the blank. Okay, do we get another short here? Might take a swing at it. Okay, short, if it wants to come down through there. Whoa, hey, okay, I don't even know what happened. I just pooped myself, though. What was that? Okay, that's news. That is news. That is why, as part of its day trader thing, too many people are like, hey, Clay, what kind of computer do you have? Hey, Clay, how many monitors do you have? Hey, Clay, what's a good internet speed? Nobody ever asks, hey, Clay, what kind of toilet paper do you have sitting at your desk? This is one of the most important tools. Right there. That is news or something. I don't even know how good of a trade that was. All I know is that I got in and I was staring at a massive red candle. I cracked the walnut. Yeah. That's really the easiest way to figure out if somebody is a beginner or veteran. A veteran person is going to be talking to me about toilet paper. A newbie person is going to be talking to me about internet speed, computers, or number of monitors. That's how I can tell if you're a newbie. If you're asking me about how many monitors should I have, you are a newbie. If you're like, hey, brother, what brand of toilet paper do you use? I'm like, oh, man, this guy's got experience. Well, David, if you want to play the could have game, you and I could have made a lot of money if we bought Bitcoin at $10 a coin 20 years ago. You know what I mean, brother? Don't beat yourself up so much. So I'm assuming oil is going up right now? Kinda, not. Oh, it went up and snapped back down. Not mad about it. Green is green. Yeah, that attitude is also how you end up with a 95% win rate and still not profitable. How many spare computer mouses do you keep around? Oh, you are a newbie. Talking about mouses, you should be talking about toilet paper, Rebel. What's weird about that, though, is the volume wasn't that intense. That almost looks like it was an intern that had a typo and ended up selling way too many contracts than what their guy told him to. He was like, sell 200 contracts. And he's like, 2,000? Okay. How am I supposed to express my experience here in numbers? Is this guy real? Do we just ban? How am I supposed to express my experience here in numbers? Okay. Yep. Again, to equate this, call up your broker. Be like, okay, broker, I got some experiences. Okay, that's great, sir. Where would you like your order? How am I supposed to express myself with numbers? Sir, we need an order so we know what you're talking about. No, I'm going to tell you my experiences. Listen, sir. Sir, I literally need a number so I know what you're talking about. Ma'am, you better listen up right now. I'm here to express experiences to you. Good grief. Whew. He's got to be part of the cult. He has got to be part of the cult. There's just no other reason, because the cult does have a very hard time telling things in numbers, but they are good at flapping them lips. I mean, this can't be real at this point. That is pushing one of the craziest quotes we've ever heard. How am I supposed to express my experience here in numbers? How am I supposed to show my trade plan using numbers, is what you just said. Because that's the experience we're actually after. I'm telling you, today has been a weird one, folks. This has got to all be the same person. It's got to be. Under new names. It has got to be the same person. And they're just at a dead-end job. They're bored out of their minds. So they're like, okay, let me just go troll today. It's got to be. Yeah, it is. It's pushing almost as crazy as zero DT options don't have theta. I don't need numbers to express... Numbers mean nothing to me. Like officially we have confirmation this dude's a total troll, right? Do we have confirmation this dude is a troll? Like, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, he's either a troll or literally the biggest idiot we've ever had on this live stream. I refuse to reject that he is the biggest idiot that has ever been on this live stream. Therefore, we only have one conclusion. A troll. All right. See you later, dude. Good job on your trolling that you lasted that long. I'll give you credit in that regard. Oh, my goodness. Let's start over. No, Ace. We're not starting over. Are you kidding me? You must not have been here for that whole thing. All right, see you later, Johnny. I think I assure you, you cannot save him, Ace. And that is a crazy claim for you to make when you have zero context. You guys have monitors? Nah. I got toilet paper. I mean, that is nice of you, Ace, but no. We reached the point where the conclusions where that person's a total idiot, like literally, like they're an idiot, or they're just trolling around. And I don't believe anybody is actually that stupid. So yeah, they're just trolling around. I think what happened today was we got hit by somebody that unfortunately for them is working at a dead-end job. They're bored. They're not too happy with their life. So they're like, you know what? Let's just go. Because the pattern was like, I don't know. That's got to be. It's got to be what happened. I refuse to believe that there was like 3 or whatever that was. That was a wild trade, though. Holy smokes. That was... I'll take it. The savior complex thinks that they can... Well, I mean, I do have that to a point. Like, I do think... Well, I used to think. The live stream has changed my mind quite a bit. But I do... Okay, yeah, whatever. The savior complex thinks that they can save everyone. Yeah. So I would say I probably used to have the savior complex then. But I've learned, and the live stream has really helped me out, that no. I cannot save everybody. Some people are certainly unsavable. My fellow humans deserve a chance. Why? Why do they deserve a chance? I mean, I agree. I have empathy. Yeah, but is it why? How is it? Why is empathy good or bad? Is empathy good? If yes, says who? By what standard? But let's remember, I missed 9. Yes, exactly. Which is my point. For you to show up like, I think I can save the guy. It's like, how can you make that claim when you missed 99% of the conversation? You know what I mean, brother? My standard, the only one that counts. Holy smokes. Think about that logic. Let's hope that one day you didn't decide that slavery is good. Hey, why are you enslaving all these people? Because it's my standard, and that's the only one that counts. Woo! Okay, let's make sure we don't. Oh my goodness. That is alrighty then. Goodness. That is scary. That's the scariest thing I've heard in a while. Well, let's all just hope that Ace Trades has, yeah. Goodness. Well, hey, if you want to help support the stream, code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms is the best way to do it. I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. I think that they're the best in the business, especially if you're a beginner to the prop firm space. But wherever you're at in your journey, if you want to help support the stream, code CLAY gives you whatever the current deal is. So at any of these prop firms, if they're running a promotion, and if you want that promotion, that is what code CLAY, again, all caps, will give to you. And this is totally viewer supported. Hopefully someday we get some sponsorship, so it doesn't depend so heavily on people using code CLAY in order for the stream to make sense for me to continue from the business front of things. But so as of right now, it is, like I said, completely dependent on you as viewers. So code CLAY, all caps, is how you can help out with that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. This was a bizarre stream. We had some crazy gains. That one, I'm just crazy from so many angles, but it is what it is. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern at the very latest. So make sure to subscribe and also turn on notifications, because usually I show up early. So if you want to know exactly when I go live, then that's where turn on the notification bell will help you in that regard. But like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at the very latest, 11 a.m. Eastern. And also, like I said, hit that like button on the way out. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll see you back tomorrow. So be safe out there, because this is some squirrely action with some of these big jumps out of nowhere. So careful. But take care. Have a good one.